Welcome back, everybody, to Nation Wars 3, another day of StarCraft action brought to you by the O Gaming Studio, where the English have invaded.
Yep.
Well,
but not that much.
Just me.
You're still, you're still down one guy.
Just me. Welcome, everybody, to the stream once again for another fun night. It's Friday night, of course, and lots of good games to come. Joining me, Funker and Todd.
Slick hairstyle.
I know I got a new haircut today. Went out and got a new haircut.
They didn't have any gel or wax there to style it?
I just went and put some wax in it myself, actually. Very little of it. Didn't want to put too much in.
I like it.
Yeah? Do you like it?
Suits you well.
Yeah, thank you.
Yeah, I think
it's
you
not
look
very
amazing.
often I get a haircut, so I decided to go and get one today.
Full Chobra.
No, Chobra usually copies me, let's be honest.
So it's okay. Is that the first time that you get a haircut in France?
Second time. I had one in
Second
Cannes
time?
with Todd.
Oh.
This time was very good. I went to Franck
Provo.
something.
Provo.
Frank Provo. It was really nice. They treated me very well. I had a great massage, and everyone loved me. So I enjoyed myself.
Yeah, that's what you think. I'm not even sure that that's really
Let's talk
true,
about the game, please.
Yes, yes.
Well, before we talk about today's evening, which you can already see something take shape with some flags down here, of course, Todd, myself, and Funker took some precious time to explain to you the Nation Wars 3 format. Hello, everybody. We're your English broadcast team for Nation Wars 3. My name is Apollo, and joining me on this couch is Todd.
It's an absolute pleasure to be here, Apollo. Funka will be joining us as well later on to cast in English, and it's going to be fun.
Yeah, I'm looking forward to casting with Funker a little bit later on, but let's talk a little bit about the format of Nation Wars 3. It's a 16-country tournament. Every single game is best of 7 until we get to the grand finals, which then will become a best of 9. And some of you should know this because you voted in. The players that represent their countries were through public voting, and we have 3 players to represent each country, as well as a single substitute if one of them cannot make it. So we have 16 countries spread across 4 groups, 4 countries in each group, with the top 2 advancing to the quarterfinals, which then becomes a single elimination bracket as we look for the top 4.
And the top 4 will actually be played here in Paris at a very prestigious venue to be announced later this Sunday.
Groups A and Group B will be then played in December, on December the 3rd through to December the 6th. And then Group C and Group D will be on the 10th through to the 13th of December before we head into the new year.
And what better way to start the year than with a bang with some StarCraft 2 on the 2nd and 3rd of January. That's when the round of 8 will be taking place. That will still be online. And then on the 13th, that's when the live action here in Paris will begin.
And that's where the fun really happens at the live venue, because Nation Wars 1 and Nation Wars 2 were absolutely fantastic. And we're very excited to be a part of this. Nation Wars has something special to hold within the StarCraft community. I know all of you watching this enjoy it, and we're very excited to be a part of it.
It's a very unique tournament, which I really wonder why it took so long for somebody to finally do it. So I'm really happy that O Gaming stepped up, and it's one of my favorite tournaments, I have to admit. So I'm really looking forward to those games and to seeing which country is the best.
All right, it's time to find out which nation is the best in StarCraft 2.
GG!
Wale! That's how we do it at Nation Wars.
Never
I
gets
hope
old.
you understood that outdated video format. The venue's already been announced. It's not this Sunday. It is, of course, the Olympia in the center of Paris. And the qualifiers are all finished and everything. And we're actually halfway through the tournament, if not more than halfway. Now we've crossed the halfway line in the main tournament. So we're getting closer and closer to finding out the top 8. And yesterday was a fun day where we had our 5th country qualified for the playoffs.
Yep, Canada made it. And actually, I think we got pretty lucky on this one because we had, once again, one of the best post-match interview that we could have ever hoped.
Santa Huck.
Freaking Huck.
Definitely raising the bar very high in terms of interview quality. It's going to be very hard for other people to keep up.
Yep, as you can see here, Canada had a great run against Mexico 4-2 and then beat the Netherlands 4-2 as well. And a big question mark entering the day yesterday was how well is Scarlett going to play? And well, she answered it.
Yeah, I mean, nobody expected her to be that good, I think, after what she showed during the qualifiers, but she definitely can play Legacy of the Void now. Like, she stepped up so fast.
Yeah.
And you can see, you know, former side of brilliance that she has in general with StarCraft. Like, I'm pretty good at this game, and I just need 2 weeks to just start and beat, people that have been playing competitively for the last 2 years without any stops. So that's a pretty massive feat, I think, from her.
Yeah, I think that's also what's really cool about this tournament is that, like, even if you look at this bracket right now, like the matches that we got coming up, you're like, all right, I guess Mexico is going to probably beat Denmark, and then Netherlands going to beat Mexico. But no, actually, if Bunny today, is on fire, he can carry his team, maybe, or anybody from Denmark, Space Marine, these guys shouldn't be underestimated. And anybody that's having a really good day can really carry his team on to the next match or next round sometimes.
And that's where we are currently in the lower bracket elimination game, which is just around the corner. But before we get into that, let's have a look, if you did miss some of the action yesterday, what you missed.
During Mexico versus Canada, Major took a very important win against Huck in second match.
Desro qui fait l'effort. On se dit, mais attends, Desro c'est censé être le moins bon joueur de son équipe. Mais non, mec, il te sort le MVP de l'équipe en face, Major qui prend.
Quand on entend Huck après dire oui, voilà, il fait taire tous les haters. C'est qui disait dans l'interview, oui, il y a 2 joueurs dans l'équipe du Canada, moi, Scarlett, et puis le troisième, c'est un petit rigolo, donc.
The sickest move that I saw between Canada and Mexico was Desro, the last map, the last chance, playing up against Major, and he had the disruptors coming in, he got the disruptor balls on top of the army.
Et Desro, il était là, il avançait, reculait en mode disrespect, et puis d'un coup, je sais pas, il y avait plus de pop Terran, j'ai pas compris. Franchement, Desro qui était hallucinant et qui faisait quelque chose que voilà, je pensais pas possible. Donc voilà, gros big up à lui et j'attends vraiment d'en voir plus.
For Denmark versus the Netherlands, Space Marine opens versus Yona.
I expected the Netherlands to win this match. I didn't think it was going to be super easy, but I did hold our players a little bit higher than I hold the current lineup of Denmark, and that was proven to be true.
Le premier match, c'était Space Marine contre Yona, le pauvre Yona qui n'est plus full-time maintenant, s'est fait rouler dessus par Space Marine, et derrière Ultermal arrive et met son all-kill. Je vais mettre les Liberators contre Space Marine, donc la map c'est la deuxième carte sur Central Protocol, et là il y a l'abus XXL, notamment quand 2 Liberators prennent genre 5 probes et 5 Soulker parce qu'ils sont parfaitement placés. Tu sens le mec qui a farmé le jeu et qui est très content d'avoir trouvé le petit trick qui fait chez tout le monde.
Alors Pays-Bas-Canada, très belle rencontre. Personnellement, je m'étais fait un petit montage dans ma tête et je pensais que le Pays-Bas allait s'en sortir.
J'avais pronostiqué un 4-3 pour le Canada. Maintenant, ça s'est terminé en 4-2 avec une Scarlett qui a été au-delà de mes espérances, qui a été vraiment super balèze et qui fait le 3-0 au début, tranquille.
Arstem revient en puissance, il arrive à nous sortir Scarlett, mais derrière, il tente un all-in contre Huck qui n'a pas fonctionné. Donc vraiment, GG au Canada. Alors pour la journée d'aujourd'hui, je suis très confiant pour les Pays-Bas.
Je pronostique les Pays-Bas qui se qualifient face au Mexique, qui se sera défait du Danemark à mon avis. Ouais, ça va se passer comme ça.
It's Desro and an invisible Huck. Actually,
Can you guys hear that?
Yeah.
What is that? Is that? I think those are sleigh bells. Are those sleigh bells? I think Christmas came early. Santa, all right? Stepping it, boys. We got this. We got that. Welcome to the Great White North. Europe sucks. Fuck them. Here we go. Here we go. Are you kidding me? Huh? Come on now. Come on. Harston. Watch that stream, boy. Take them notes, all right?
Canada threw in first place yesterday and was topped off by that interview, which we haven't really seen anything like that.
Top 3 control interview for sure here. Yeah. That was pretty sick. I did not expect that. I was like, what's going on at first?
I know.
I was very unsuspecting. I was like, what is he doing? Like, put your camera back up. But it was all plans.
And that was a perfect plan too.
It was a perfect plan.
He did say in the last couple of months, I've heard him saying, I think StarCraft is starting to be a little bit bland, like a little too flat. Like we lack the personality and everything. And he really took that, that statement for himself. And
he did.
Freaking, became a boss again, and did that in interview. It's just really great.
It was great after the back and forth between the Netherlands and Canada, and then eventually Canada coming out on top, and then Huck had to rub it in. But that means there's 3 countries left in this group to fight for 1 slot remaining to go to the playoffs this evening. The first 2 teams going to battle today is Denmark versus Mexico. As you can see now in the lower bracket, one of these 2 countries within the next hour or so will be eliminated from Nation Wars 3. The winner goes up against Rotti's country, the Netherlands, in a chance for second place. It's a big evening. Do you see or have a favourite to go through? We saw Coca, our observer, saying that Netherlands he's favouring. You guys agree with him?
I'm kind of torn between Mexico and Netherlands. Mexico because of their history in NationWars in general, and the fact that they qualified without anybody expecting it last season. And still, Major, first game that he played against Canada, I was like, okay, we were wondering about the level of Major, but he's about to all kill everyone because that's a perfect game that he's playing right now. And in the end, it wasn't really like this, as you can see in the bracket, but I still think Mexico has a strong chance, but Netherlands was kind of surprisingly good yesterday, and if Harstem can push his skill towards maybe three wins instead of 2 maybe this time, I think they've got it.
Why surprisingly though? We thought they were good, no? Netherlands,
but well, I don't know. Utermal, I didn't know anything about him, and I know some stuff about him, but I didn't know about his current level. I'm not playing him in ladder, obviously, so I don't know what kind of level to expect from him. But I think he performed way better than expected. The first game, they all kill like quite easily, especially against a Bunny that once again is not playing that well these days. But beating him twice in TVT, and especially the last game, winning it was an unwinnable game. And he just flipped it around by just making a really strong attack when Bunny wasn't expecting it. So, I don't know. Netherlands, Mexico, probably more Netherlands. I don't know.
Why are you staring at him like this?
I'm listening. Why are you laughing at me looking at him?
It's okay. It's okay, boys.
I'm listening to what his opinion is on who can get through.
You look like real funny right there, Sean.
What does he look like? Exactly.
Let's just say I had a lot of things going through my mind.
I could tell. What's up with you?
Nothing.
You're getting extra cheeky as time passes by. I think you're loving it too much here in France. You want to move here, don't you?
No, I don't. Not at all.
Yeah.
I didn't mean that.
I didn't mean that. Everybody's looking at him in the studio.
I didn't mean that at all. I love France. France is great. But that leads us to the two teams. Let's have a look at the two teams. Denmark versus Mexico, of course, 3 players per side. And they each have a highlighted superstar player. Mexico has Major, and he's got decent support around him in the 2 Zergs, Jim Rising and Cham.
Yeah. Jim Rising last season, NationWars 2, was the one that would occasionally just take that game that they needed to advance. So definitely not looking over Jim Rising. Cham, we didn't see him play that much, so I can't really tell yet, but still he's playing Zerg. Zerg is really strong these days. So yeah, it definitely has support. It's not Major by himself, but you said it. He's the superstar, and he needs to perform if he wants his team to qualify for the round of 8.
And that leads us into Team Denmark, which again has that superstar player in Bunny. Bunny has to perform today. He hasn't had the hottest of streaks in Legacy. He's not playing as much as everyone else. He had a bit of a disappointing dream hack, and unfortunately yesterday he didn't really step up either.
That's the thing, though. I mean, he wasn't playing the top dogs yet. Like he didn't lose to a Harstem that is playing for 2 months in Korea. He lost to Utermal, and once again, mad props and mad respect to Utermal, who's playing amazingly well, and he's part of the the legacy of Terran players that made the whole kills and everything. So I'm liking this quite a lot. But Bunny is supposed to be a god in TVT, and he lost twice. And once again, he shouldn't have lost the last game. So that means a lot about his state of mind right now. Like even when he's in the lead, he doesn't recognize it really well and just does some weird, calls and decisions that make him lose in the end. So I'm really afraid about Denmark because I don't see Lil Cannon or Space Marine taking every single player out.
Yeah.
So Bunny will have to perform at some point, and that probably going to mean that he has to beat Major, maybe once, maybe twice if he wants to advance. And I don't feel it. I don't feel Bunny has it in him.
Yeah, I agree with you. I think this team's the underdog team of the 3 nations we have left in today's group. So I hope he can step up and perform. Of course, Bunny, one of the best players we've seen in the European StarCraft scene over the years. But today's going to be a difficult day as he does go up against Mexico to start things off. We've got some predictions that have come in as always. Everybody thinks they know how to predict the games. I personally went for 4-1 Mexico. You went
for 4-2.
4-2. Okay, so
4-2
similar.
Mexico. Yeah.
Moman's got no idea about StarCraft, so that makes sense that he chose Denmark.
Anos.
I don't know why he followed Moman, but everyone else seems...
Drogo. And that's a bummer. He's our expert. And he's not agreeing with us.
The thing is, there's not that many Zergs on this team, or these two nations.
Yeah, so he doesn't know that well.
I mean, there are 2 Zergs on...
There is.
There is a few Zergs.
There is
so
a few
mind.
Zergs.
That just burnt down. I was trying
There's
to
like a third of the players that we're going to see tonight.
Drogo's just messed
that
up
are
there.
Zerg.
Yeah, but obviously a lot of these people here thinking Mexico can win, which I think is a fair shout. Definitely can do well. And in a couple of moments, we are going to have the captain interviews to start up the day and hear what they have to say after yesterday's efforts, only being able to play 1 game and then being forced to play again today.
And once again, pretty big problem, I would say, for if we look at the next game, Netherlands, once again.
Yeah.
Harstem is not in Europe. He's in Korea.
Yes.
It's so late for him.
Yes,
and even though he switched his sleeping schedule a little bit around this, maybe he chose, like, the way he played against Huck, for instance, when he all-ins. I felt like he had it, but he was a little bit indecisive. And I think one of the problems when you're sleep deprived is that you don't make your decision as quick as you should be.
Yeah.
You know what I mean? And that kind of showed in that game. So I hope he feels great and he's ready to defend his title and maybe get the 6th spot in the round of 8, because I think they deserve it.
It's only 2 a.m. in Korea right now. Yesterday he stayed up till 7 or 8, maybe 8-ish, 8 in the morning. So it's definitely not as late as it was yesterday. So I'm going to be expecting him to be feeling and playing a lot better, because he really started to step it up actually yesterday. He took 1 game to get into the rhythm of things, but then eventually he was playing rather well. So definitely Harstem's a player to look out for tonight, as well as you Thermal, who really impressed yesterday. But that is, of course, the last match, the deciders match that we'll get to very shortly.
Yeah, Mexico-Denmark is just like, can Bunny take some games today? He needs to. He definitely needs to, because...
Would you be expecting them to send out their best players first? Because I think that Mexico are going to be looking past Denmark. I have a feeling that they'll send Jim
Major?
Rising first.
Oh, Jim Rising.
To have a go.
Okay.
And then Major comes in to clean up. That's the way that I see this playing out.
Sounds pretty good, I think.
What do you think Denmark's possible plan could be?
Denmark should do... What should they do?
Space Marine first again? Is that...
Once again, depends on the map quite a lot.
Yeah.
But, do we have the map, though?
Let me have a quick look, and then we can go over to the interviews. Leralic Crest is the first map. So, if you're not sure...
PVZ? Like if they send Jim Rising and then we have Space Marine, then it's a PVZ. Leralic Crest, I don't really know about the matchup on that map.
Okay.
Would you care to explain a little bit?
I would, and I will.
Yes.
But we need to hear from the captains, Funker.
Oh,
We've got to go over.
And are they ready?
They are ready. So I will come back to you on that. And I promise you I won't dodge this question.
Is that the most epic pro of all time?
It is. With the epic pros, man. Let's go to the captain interviews.
Thank you very much, boys. You guys are having a lot of fun over there, aren't you? I'm here with Diogo.
Hello.
How's it going, man?
Perfect. I'm so hyped for these matches because yesterday we had like a coming back from Scarlett playing great on her first match and just amazing on the second one. I want to see that also for like Bunny or Majors. Bunny played decent. I want to see playing great, and we saw like Major playing great, and I want to see him playing amazing today.
Okay. Captains, are you here?
Captains.
Hey guys, so it's Jim Rising from Mexico and Bunny from Denmark. How are you guys feeling today?
Fine, thank you. Here, chilling.
All right, it's very cold at Denmark, but apart from that, it's pretty good.
Okay, so you guys will face here in one of the important matches where the losing team will be out of the tournament. What are you guys expecting out of this one? Are you guys both confident? Jim Rising, you didn't seem particularly confident yesterday. I couldn't tell if that was sarcasm, your prediction and stuff. So why don't you go first?
I'm very sad because my hard carry got produced, but I don't know. I feel very confident versus Denmark because they have 2 Terrans and our hard carry is very good TVT. So we are going just to make his way easy, at least versus this country. And I want to face Netherlands because they owe us in the soccer World Championship. It wasn't penalty, so I'm very angry, and I'm gonna make them pay. And that's it.
I can tell you really want that revenge from a football match.
Yeah.
Yogo, any questions?
I want to ask Bunny. Yesterday you got a manor mule from U-Thermal. Did it give you the need to kill some dirt today?
Well, didn't really care about the manner move, but yesterday I played pretty shit, so hopefully today will be better.
Are you yourself feeling maybe a little bit more confident now that you've had like a night to sleep on it and think a little bit more about the matches?
Not really. To be honest, I didn't have a whole lot of time today. Like I just came home, played 2 games, but at least I won the 2 games I played, so that's always something. But yeah, it doesn't take much for me to do better than yesterday, that's for sure. So.
Okay, I'm gonna ask you guys both for the usual. So a score prediction and then some words to your opponent before revealing your first player after. So Bunny, go first.
4-2.
4-2. Okay. 2-4 for us.
What?
Okay. What?
You said you want revenge from the football match. You need to win to do that. And then...
that's just sarcasm. I think 4-1, maybe.
For you? Yeah. You need to have the spirit, one.
And then
did you have time to speak with? Sorry, did you have time to speak with Major because he played great like yesterday? Do you think he can level up today?
Okay, let me rephrase this. Did he recover from the loss versus Death Row yet?
Yeah, I think so.
Okay, let's hope.
All right, who's going to be coming out first? Jim Rising for Mexico.
Cham will play first.
And Bunny?
Space Marine for us.
Okay, so Zerg versus Protoss. It's going to be a good one. So I'll give you guys the last word if you want to say something. Remember that the losing team here, we will not hear from again. Bunny, go ahead.
Well, we'll try our best. I think the 2 guys on my team, they're doing really well. They're preparing a lot. So shout out to them. And we'll just do our best. Hopefully advance today.
Jim Rising?
Okay, good luck to you guys. I have fun. That's it.
Any message for Netherlands and Roddy?
Just wait for us.
All right, thank you very much, guys.
Thank you. Good luck.
Casters, back to you.
I will also give, like yesterday, the same thing. I'm so hyped for Space Marine play. It's so amazing to watch. Space Marine, we hear some sound loudly. Everyone is hyped for this match.
Yeah, I was thinking we're going to go back to casters quickly, but no,
yes.
Yeah. I'm pretty hyped for this matchup as well. PVZ here is going to be a good first matchup, and I can't wait to see who wins.
Yes.
Guys, take it away.
See you.
King of throws, almost as good as we are.
Yeah.
King of throws. But I want to talk about something. We mentioned it together, and we have to keep going with it. Is that you think the Bunny isn't feeling confident, and he didn't sound confident, he didn't act confident.
It's like hopefully we will advance and everything. Like if it was Bunny from, let's say, mid 2015, season 2 Bunny, season 1 WCS
This
Bunny,
is a Korean killing Bunny.
It wouldn't be like this. He would tell you in interview, we will advance, we will take this win, and he's not feeling it today.
Why is he not feeling it?
I don't know. I don't know. I don't have the answer to your question, man. I'm so sorry.
It's it doesn't breed confidence into the Danish team here today that he doesn't feeling that anger, that eager to be able to perform when it matters, because obviously it's a big opportunity for Denmark to go through to the next round today.
Yeah, definitely. I mean, last year it would have been I am the top dog and my mates are doing well too, so props to them, but I'm gonna carry this, you know?
Yeah.
Today's like they're playing really well, they're preparing as much as they can, and maybe I will take a map. Like that's something that he doesn't say it properly, but it feels like it, and that's not a good feeling for Denmark at all, in my opinion.
Well, let's turn our attention then to Space Marine, who is going to be representing Denmark to start things off, going up against Cham in a Protoss versus Zerg that we did expect to see at the very least here. But this one, you're expecting Space Marine to play to his style, on the map that suits his style, aggressive Protoss play. And Cham has got to be defensive here and has to be solid.
So you expect some adept pressure?
Well, from what I learned
Oracle,
from Drogo, is no matter
build.
Drogo, I mean, let's be honest. Drogo is the StarCraft expert here for this tournament.
Yes.
And he says, whenever you play Space Marine, you will see a Dark Templar. You will see a Dark Shrine, no matter what. So that's one I'm going to trust in Drogo.
Okay. So we're trusting Drogo's ability to build the hype.
To build the hype that Dark Templar will be seen in Space Marine versus Cham. So if I'm Cham, you know, I'm getting ready for Dark Templar.
Okay. So
getting
you're
ready for that
building
aggressive
safety
Protoss
spores.
player.
Safety spores.
Oh, man.
Safety roach warren.
Oh, man.
You want to know everything. You want to be defended against any kind of cheese that he can throw your way.
Yeah, because you want to get this ball rolling in your favor. I think Mexico's the favorite against Denmark. I don't know if you guys at home agree with that or not. You can let us know on the hashtag NW3 and include a picture, because that's what we like to see. You send in your pictures of what you're up to and how you're doing and just how you're enjoying your Friday evening. Obviously, it's with us because you're watching and listening to us, but how exactly are you doing? And let us know if you think Mexico is going to beat Denmark or maybe the other way around. Or
Yeah, show your support. Show your support to your native country or adoptive country, I don't know.
Yeah.
Whether it's Mexico or Denmark, we should be ready to go with game 1.
Yeah, it's almost ready. The players are just readying up. And as we mentioned, it is going to be on Lerelac Crest, a 4-player map for these two. What are you staring at so confusingly?
Jim Rising's account is Mexico.
Yeah, it's
quite literally Mexico.
It's NationWars.
It's badass.
It's badass.
It reminds me of
almost as
Pro
badass as
League,
his
where
league.
you know the accounts are just like CJ Entus or SK Telecom. You know,
Yeah.
it's like pretty badass. We should have accounts for the players. France, Korea, Germany. No, please, no France, Korea, please.
United Kingdom.
United Kingdom, or it could be every single player is called Clad the Lad.
Yeah, it's
Could be
Glad
this
the
too.
lad. Lerelac Crest. First map between these two players. So far in Nation Wars 3, it has favored the Zerg in this matchup, as Protoss have 37%. Take it with a pinch of salt, though. It's not too many games been played, but so far has gone in favor of the Zergs. And we'll see if it's going to continue today, as Mexico has a Zerg player to open up things with, and it is Cham. Close to Clad, but not quite. But Cham. Oh, I wish the UK was still in this tournament. Never mind.
It's okay.
Never mind.
It's okay. Next time.
New Zealand are the UK for me.
Oh, yeah.
Which play, of course, tomorrow. But here we go, Funk. Game number 1. Yeah, you have to clear your throat.
Yeah,
buddy.
I'm gonna clear my throat because I'm gonna do that epic intro that you wanna hear. Top right, Lerelac Crest. In the green, representing Mexico, it is Cham. Le Cham. I was about to say Jim Rising, but it's not. Bottom right, representing Denmark and Ire, as the red Protoss, it is Space Marine.
Hype Space Marine.
Space Marine.
Who's already now moving down to have a gateway to start things off with, rather than anything else here in the front of his main base.
Cheeky aggressive.
And we see Cham moving out with a drone. He wants to know what Space Marine's up to very early on. A scouting drone, not as common. I think it's started to become a little bit more common in recent times because of potential openings from Protoss, as they are can be very aggressive.
Uh-huh. So what are we gonna see from Space Marine? Because we've seen...
Dark Templar.
yeah, you made that clear. You made that obvious. We'll see some Dark Templars. Even Yogo believes in it. Yeah, I was wondering if it was about to build his Cybernetics core before his Nexus, but it's not. He's gonna build Nexus after the gateway, but he's mining some gas. So he wants to have the opportunity to tech really fast after that, but he still wants to have a second base because, you know, it's Legacy of the Void.
Of course.
He's not going to play on one base for like 6 minutes.
I thought it was interesting too. Cham scouted top left, and that was the only place he scouted. So and then he went back. So he wasn't really too concerned about what Space Marine was doing, but where Space Marine was. And I think that's just kind of maybe to tell him where he can and cannot expand for his third base. Because right now he's moving down a drone, which you'd imagine to be going to build this third base very shortly.
Yeah, but is he going to take it to the left then?
Yes.
And avoid taking the third base position and
that's
bottom?
what it seems like, right?
You're smart.
That he wanted to know where it is. Anyway, so Cybernetics course finished up, Mothership Core on the way. We're getting closer to the choice of the Twilight Council for the Dark Templar.
The hype is unbearable, man. Still waiting on that gas to climb a little bit more. But still no third base from Cham, who's instead building a set of Zerglings, 2 Queens, and his Metabolic Boost for his Zerglings. So not anything out of the ordinary. And now the drone is gonna plant down the third base. Can the probe block it?
No, it cannot.
No, it can't.
Robotics facility comes down from Space Marine. Yesterday, I'm not sure if he opened up robotics facility. I can't remember exactly. He may have gone for a warp prism early on.
It did go for Warp Prism really early into the game.
And then after he went for the Dark Temple. But either way, he's moving forward with an Adept to get some scouting information and figure out what's going on, because he doesn't really know other than that there has been a gas and that Zergling speed would be on its way soon.
So the Robo, the first Adept, first Shade going into the natural.
He's getting drones here. This is brilliant. It's a great start.
With just one Adept for such a tiny investment. That's pretty good. He's gonna get 3 and he's gonna go to the main. And maybe get some more. No, he scouted. What did he? Yeah, he scouted the Roach Warren, didn't he? He did. Okay. And we see Warp Prism instantly after that. So not a single Twilight, no further tech, just some gateways and a Robo that's gonna build a Warp Prism first. So definitely aggression, but probably first wave of aggression into something else.
Yeah, he could aim for the ramp here with 3 gateways. It's not a high amount of unit production, but definitely could aim for it. Here comes Zerglings, which spot the robotics facility. Not sure exactly what that means, if it is an Immortal or Warp Prism, but then he does poke in and sees the Warp Prism. That's a good scout.
Pretty good scout by Sham. He needs to build a little bit more units. Yeah, 2 Roaches on the way. 2 Overlords. They need to... Oh, actually, he's freeing up a lot of supply. 74. So many Overlords that got built. So is he gonna build a huge amount of Roaches? I don't know.
Wow.
But for now, just Adepts. And it's a great map for Adepts. There's so much room to maneuver around. It's so hard to defend it properly. So only 3 gates. So he just used his first warp in, so he's not going to be able to warp anything with the Warp Prism in the main so far. And the Adepts, he goes into the Shade and gets some more drones on the second base while building a Twilight and an Immortal.
And this is drones being killed with a very low drone count anyway. He's down at 29 drones to 43 probes. His economy's looking terrible at this point.
It's ridiculously low.
Not a good start here. He's obviously building up a decent army, but with Immortals on the way, some backing behind this too. The
Dark Shrine!
Of course it's a Dark
Of course it's a Dark Shrine!
Drogo's a god.
Based God Drogo.
Dark Shrine, you know, if Drogo was my coach.
Fetch me Drogo.
Oh, Drogo, you're the best, man. You're the best.
Yeah, he's...
Can't wait to cast them later.
He's the best of us.
But look at this still. 37 drones to 46 probes.
No, it's a great start. It's an amazing start for Space Marine. He's lowering the eco. He's forcing his opponent to build Roaches and quite a large number of them.
Is Cham just going to attack with the high unit count that he has? It seems like he's got that plan anyway.
Yeah,
he
built so many overalls. That makes sense to me that he wants to go for an attack. But that's the thing. He's going to attack into like 3 or 4 pylons, 3 sentries,
2
an Immortal.
Immortals, a couple of extra gateways finishing up. And remember, with no layer means no Overseer, which means Dark Templar can defend easily.
He's gonna Shrek everything. Sham. That's not gonna work, mate.
No.
Esse.
Look, he's trying to break through here. That's a good pylon to target down, actually.
That is a great pylon.
Very good pylon to target down. But the Dark Shrine is finishing up, and there is no detection whatsoever. A couple of Dark Templar walked in, and this is a very easy hold.
Easy peasy. 2 Dark Templars.
He's
actually warping it into the main.
He's on the other side. He's like, you know what? I can probably hold with the units I have, and I'm just going to finish the game there and then, going straight for the economy. There's no detection on the other side of the map whatsoever.
Yeah. It's going to be an easy 1-0 for Denmark right there, because Sham didn't anticipate anything from his opponent, didn't build that many drones, and still no detection. It looks kind of close, but those 3 DTs, when they morph in, it's gonna be the Shrektening.
The Shrektening is real here, as it looks like Mexico are going, unfortunately, to lose the very first map. There's still nothing to deal with Dark Templar here, and Cham plays aggressive, and Cham doesn't get away with playing aggressive, and Space Marine opening up a victory for Denmark, just like he did yesterday against the Netherlands. He's going to do again today.
40 workers against 17, 2 base products against 3, but 3 base is not at all interesting for our Zerg player. He doesn't have the income of a 1 saturated base. He doesn't have that many drones to work with, and still those Ravagers just fleeing from the DTs that they cannot see. He tried to hit them with the corrosive bile, but he didn't get it in the end. those Adepts and Zealots are trading pretty good against those Zerglings,
Yeah.
but that game is pretty much over right
And
now.
Space Marine's just chilling, man. He's throwing down a third Nexus. He's just playing it nice and chill and cool, not going too overboard. This game is in the bag. 10 drones, 9 drones left. And he continues with 46 probes, building up more and more Immortals, more and more units. 4 times the supply of his opponent. And you couldn't have really asked for a better start here for Denmark, considering that everyone's thinking Mexico the favorites, and so on. This is a great start for Denmark. Well done to Space Marine to get one in the bag nice and early on.
A win is never a bad start for a team, that's for sure. But once again, Sham, not the best player. I think I would argue that Jim Rising is still a better player than Sham. GG!
G
It's
to the
cold.
G.
Space Marine takes the first game. And yeah.
Easing the pressure for Bunny, that it's not
Yeah.
all relying on his shoulders. This is a good start.
It is another win. If he can take out, like, depending on who has been sent after Sham, if it's either Jim Rising or Major. If it's Jim Rising, maybe he can go for a 2-0, and now he really puts away a lot of pressure from Bunny.
That's what you'd be hoping to do. Thank you for sending in this tweet here, Pat Moulet. Right now, Mexico versus Denmark on O Gaming TV, NationWars 3. You'll make our weekend fully skilled. Okay.
You make.
Yeah, you make our weekend fully skilled. Here's another one. La Hype a la Mexicani.
A la Mexican.
Go Mexico.
La Hype a la Mexican. Go
Yes.
Mexico.
Whoa. Well done. Nice tweet. Keep them coming. Hashtag MW3. Send in your tweets, your pictures, how you're watching StarCraft, maybe some Photoshop on Funker's face. I don't know. Whatever you want to do, send it in, and we'll get it on the show. But right now, Denmark opened up strong, opened up well. And now we're going to have to see the next player coming out from Mexico. It's either the team captain, Jim Rising, as you said, or it's their star player, Major.
Let me try to do some map analysis on this.
It's going to be on the NA server, so that means I've got to switch my account. So
Yes.
get off.
Orbital Shipyard. Maybe you send Major right away.
I would send Major now.
You send Major right away. You take advantage of the fact that it's a really good map for Terran. One of the best maps for Terrans. That's saying. So, yeah, we'll see. But I have a strong Major feeling.
You have a Major's feeling.
Yeah, I've got a Major's feeling.
I agree with you. I believe I would also, as captain of Mexico, send out Major and get this going. But we'll see. Of course, Jim Rising may have a couple of surprises himself and who he thinks is the right choice to go up against Space Marine. But imagine if Space Marine takes out Major, then you're screwed.
And then the pressure is way off for Bunny, because he still has to maybe beat Major once with a potential revive. So, no. Don't get me wrong. Really great start for Denmark, obviously, taking the first map. But the big guns are not out yet.
No,
is it going to be now? Major, in 30 seconds? We'll know.
Major or Jim Rising? Who's it going to be? Funker? Who are we
I would
looking
say
at?
Major. Major! Booyah!
Time for the big weapon.
Booyah shaka.
Booyaka shaka. Time for the big weapon to come out.
The big gun is out already.
Yeah, you can judge it. I think he had a decent day yesterday. Actually, I mean, he lost versus Desro, which was a little surprising.
And he lost to
versus
Scarlet too.
The game versus Scott. Scott played really well.
No, but the thing is, well, once again, we don't know how much Major has been playing. But he looks like he knows what he's doing. He's got the builds. He's got, as we said earlier, he likes to copy what the Korean do. So definitely playing the game. But I'm always going back to that round of 8, NationWars 2, Scarlet versus Major. It was on Carousel, right? It's called Carousel. No, it's not Carousel. Fuck. Merry-go-round.
Yes.
Merry-go-round.
Okay, not Carousel.
Yeah,
I was
but it
thinking
works.
then.
It's the same thing.
It's the same thing.
And you say Carousel too in English. You do?
No, we say merry-go-round.
You say a merry-go-round. Okay, it was a merry-go-round. It was a great game. If you didn't see it, I would recommend that you do, because to me, it's one of the best games of 2014.
Yeah?
It's an amazing TVZ. And back then, both players were playing a lot, and Major came out on top. Now, we've got a Scarlet that started playing like you can't argue anything else differently. Like 3
Okay.
weeks ago, she didn't know anything about Legacy of the Void. She didn't know the map. She didn't know to properly anticipate moves with the Ravagers and
No.
everything. In 3 weeks, she comes back and she beats a major that has been playing Legacy of the Void. That's kind of frightening, right?
And she found out how good the Ultralisk was.
Yeah.
I
Did you
did
see that tweet?
Saw the tweet.
Retweeted it instantly.
Did you?
Yes, of course.
You also agree that the Ultralisk is...
I did win against Ultralisk like twice today, so
Yeah.
I'm feeling pretty good about myself.
Iromi's slower than Kerry.
Oh my god.
Don't you agree?
Yeah, he is. He's way slower.
I can't believe Iromi's in charge of us. It's so funny.
Nothing is going well on Team Liquid. Like,
Iromi, man.
Iromi.
Iromi. Are you going to do some observing today on the English stream? Is that the plan?
yeah, well, the guy that does the observing is doing it for both streams, though.
Okay, so you're going to do some observing for both
I
streams?
don't know, maybe. I didn't watch the rundown.
Okay. Pop up Opsy Devant, O Gaming TV, pour la NationWars 2, and Ante de Madame, GG pour la taf, Wale.
Okay, so Posé devant au Gaming TV
That's
pour
what I
les
said.
NationWars.
That's what I said.
Yeah, exactly. En attente de Madame, GG pour le taf, which means
Wale.
sitting down like a boss.
Oh, yeah?
Posé.
Posé. Je suis Posé.
Posé. Double posé.
Yeah? Je suis Posé.
Waiting for my missus.
Waiting for his missus.
Yes, and then it says GG for your work.
With a rose and orange juice
Right.
and strawberries and a glass of wine. They'll have to fight over that because there's only one of them.
Yeah, I know what's gonna happen.
Oh
tonight.
my god.
Awkward fan photo.
Oh my god. Oh,
Where was this?
I don't know. Awkward fan photo. Hashtag NW3. Hashtag Todd. Oh, here's another one.
Time for revenge.
Go Mexico. Looks like Major's carrying Team Mexico.
Yeah, pretty much.
Nice picture. I like that one. Do send in your pictures. I like that one a lot, actually. Yeah. Some good tweets already, man. I hope we're going to get a lot more tonight. It's Friday night. People are entertained.
Yes.
They're having fun at home. They finally finished work for the week. And now,
It's the
Photoshop
greatest
comes
day.
out.
It's the greatest day for somebody that has a normal job.
Friday.
Because we are
You don't
actually
have a normal
starting
job.
to work right now.
Yeah.
On a Friday night. No,
Of
we
course,
did
man.
work
That's-
yesterday.
That's how
but-
we do it.
How?
That's how we do it.
This is how we do it.
It is. I like I said before, I'm really excited to cast with Drogo. He's my favorite guy to cast with.
Yeah, I know. I was feeling kind of bad about that yesterday. I was like, oh my
Really?
god, I'm not feeling into that chemistry that you guys going on. Like,
Yeah, and Elky too. I like
I
casting
felt
with Elky.
I felt out of it. You know.
I like casting with Elky.
Okay, Space Marine fixed his hotkeys on the American server, and our good friend Major.
Do your
next
hotkeys mess up when you go cross server? I thought it was linked to your account.
The hotkeys and the settings in general are kind of, I would say, kind of random in a way. Like sometimes it works perfectly, and then sometimes you just switch a server and it's not the same again. You've got Apollo Video as selected profile, or
Yeah.
Apollo is bad lol.
Yeah, that's my 2 profile accounts, man.
Okay. Six City.
Yeah.
We can see the team sheet of Mexico, and Major is going to be sent out in a Protoss matchup, a TVP, which is historically his worst.
Well, we saw 2 of them yesterday, didn't we? So we saw him play against Huck and win, and then we also saw him lose versus Desro.
Yeah.
The Desro game was surprising because I thought he was leading, and well, he was leading, and I thought he was going to continue to win, but he fell victim to the Desruptors. And against Huck, he played well and won. So
Yeah, but wouldn't you say that the one that made mistakes and kind of lost the game was more Huck than Major on this one?
Yes.
It's like,
well, Huck gave him
played
the
a
lead,
weird
right?
composition and was caught out in the middle of the map by a lot of bio units without any AoE damage. Was quite a weird game. Quite a weird game. So we'll see if he can make it against a Protoss that seems to be rather cheesy. And to be honest, Dark Templars are also pretty good in TVP. Yeah.
Do you reckon he'll use them here?
I don't know. Why wouldn't he?
I think he will, because I think Drogo is basing this Dark Temple usage against his Protoss. So
against Terran.
yeah, against
Yeah.
yeah.
Mhm.
Yes. Yeah.
Yes.
Sorry.
Okay. No, it's okay. It's
Wires
okay. I think
crossed.
people got you anyway. So it's
Okay,
good.
so we're almost ready now. Orbital Shipyard, a map that you said would favor a Terran player, so may just come out. Why so? Just because of how the base layout is?
The base layout is really good for a Terran that wants to play passive,
Okay.
which is the current trend in TVP. The matchup kind of shifted from Terran has to be really aggressive in the mid game, in Heart of the Swarm, and mid to late games to 2 stages, like dropping everywhere, dropping on top of Colossus, Tango and Maru, stuff like that. And now it shifted to Protoss has to make stuff happen. RS with Warp Prism, get an Oracle in, stuff like that. And maybe reach a good state in the mid game so you can kill Terran, but usually you play rather defensively as a Terran player. So a base, a map where you have a second base for free and a third base just in front of it sounds pretty good to me.
Sounds good to me, Funker. All right,
Clearing
after
my
you.
throat again.
Yep. Let's do this.
Top right, Orbital Shipyard representing Denmark. He already has 1 win to his belt. The Space Marine. Should be called Space Templar. Or Dark Marine. That was bad. Bottom left, for Mexico.
Mexico!
With the dramatic pause in the middle of the intro, it is Major. Major.
I reckon his hotkeys are still wrong. Mexico, of course, were finalists, second place in NationWars 2.
Yep.
Denmark were a round of 16 team where they lost to Sweden. But now here we are, NationWars 3, currently in the round of 16, of course, group stages. Looking for 8 nations to move through, which we've already got a couple of great nations, man. Ukraine, China, Poland, and France, and yesterday's Canada.
Yeah, I'm liking the setup of the
It's a
round.
really good set of nations.
And then we might have South Korea, Germany, and maybe Netherlands and Mexico joining him.
Yeah.
That sounds like a really good top 8. To
Really
me.
good. And remember, we'll be doing the draw tomorrow evening.
The day after
Sunday
tomorrow.
evening.
Sunday evening.
Sunday evening, the last day evening. We'll be doing the draw for the round of 8 to see who plays who. So get ready for that. Okay, Funker.
Yes.
Opening builds. Major has gone 1 barracks. Command center, gasless.
Oh, interesting. That is not that popular these days.
Well, apparently it is in Mexico.
It is. Or maybe it is in Korea. Because we know where it's built from. So Gate Nexus for Space Marine. So both players going for a rather economical build. And so far, not that much to say. I mean, usually you see a gas from Terran because some of us want still to build a Reaper, which baffles me because Reapers are damn bad in that matchup. Or you have to be so careful with them that you just want to go for a deep run, maybe at 2:30, 3 minutes maybe with the Reaper, thinking that it's gonna die, maybe throw a mine and then just die because Photon Overcharge takes care of Reaper really easily. But usually you go for the gas because you want to get a reactor to build a lot of Marines instantly and maybe transition into a factory. Because as I was saying, Terran is so defensive these days that we see a resurgence of tanks in TVP. Just for the raw defensive purpose of the tank.
Well, what are we going to see coming out from Major? Because he's taking double gas. He's going to go up to a factory pretty swiftly.
Yeah, well, it's just a tiny difference, tiny differences in between the build. Like he's not going for a reactor. He still has 4 Marines, quite fast, and a bunker on the bottom of the ramp, which is kind of TY-esque. That's how he goes for it. But because that just says no to adepts just trying to get some free scouts. So you will be able to gun down this adept before he reaches anything valuable.
Yeah.
And then you get a factory and a reactor anyway. So he's going for the same follow-up, but just gasless. So his CC is a little bit faster.
Major on the hunt for some tech structure. He finds a gateway, finds the second gateway, he finds the robo. Good scouting SCV here. The Adept decided to go to the other side of the map rather than chase down this SCV, which has allowed Major to see everything inside the Protoss base. And the Adept now trying to get past this bunker. If he teleports, he dies, so he cancels.
Yeah, and I don't think he saw anything.
No.
The building placement for Major is really well placed.
Yeah.
Really well
So we have a tech lab onto the factory and then a starport right next to it. Are we going to see a switcheroo over? No, Cyclone is the first unit. But with the starport finishing up now, and medevac to be made. Oh!
Yeah, see?
Well, that was bad.
That was rather bad.
That shouldn't have happened. Unfortunately, he's lost his adept there. Warp Prism's coming out. But I think this little push here that Mage is designing, or this little drop by the looks of it, could be rather deadly. Whatever way he chooses to go, Liberator or Medivac's pretty scary. It's a lot of units very early on.
I think you keep Cyclones and Marines defensively, and maybe you get one Liberator to deal some damage. But maybe a combination of Cyclone and Liberator will take care of that Warp Prism. Because usually a good Protoss will get locked on by the Cyclone and just, you know, get the hell away.
Yeah.
But if you have a Cyclone to follow it up, then it's a totally different story. Where's the Cyclone? Cyclone is on the second base though. So he won't be able to do anything. Good micro from Space Marine, not losing anything, but not dealing any damage too. So
No. And third Nexus looks like it's going to be put down on the other side of the map for Space Marine, and off goes the Liberator.
Slight supply block right there, and that's the thing. He scouts that his opponent is going for a Robo, and only 3 gates at the beginning, and I think he infers that it's gonna be, you know, just a. As I was saying back once again about PvT in general, you want to be aggressive, but he's not pushing anything. He's not investing that much into the harass. Like, he doesn't have 7 gates and a lot of adepts. He's just going for 3 adepts, a Warp Prism, and he's trying to deal some damage without losing anything. So he infers that his opponent, he wants to go for a third base, and that's the reason he feeds the tech lab to something else, to the barracks for that matter.
Well, this
because
is
he's not
annoying.
building any tanks.
Yeah, and this is going to be difficult to deal with too. He's got pylons around, so that position's not too bad to deal with. And the pylon's about to finish up here.
Yeah, he's stuck. He's stuck for now. He took out 2 probes, not losing the Liberator yet, so that's okay.
Oh, another one's on its way. And Disruptor's now being made by Space Marine. Starting to get that juicy Powerball throws coming out soon. Finds himself in the third. There's nothing here for now, so he's going to deny a little bit of mining. Medivac tries to come in again.
And good bunker placements. But still no steam, so that Warp Prism shouldn't die anytime soon.
Yeah.
For the first time, those adepts killed some workers. Those probes are leaving really dangerously, man.
And so is the Liberator, because Blink is now done. Stalker's coming around from the side. He does back off.
Liberator is setting up right now in the third base.
A lot of Marines that have just been produced 2 by 2 from almost the very beginning of this game. Now moving through the middle of the map with the first couple of Medivacs. Liberator's been found.
Dead Liberator. If
Blink is done, but...
He could have clicked on Blink, but maybe he didn't know that it was already there.
That's easy to deal with. Liberator number 1, the very first one, looking to find some way in, but here's a couple of units. 1 Disruptor hit. If Mage is not paying attention, this army's dead as well.
Yeah, already 1 Disruptor's out. 1 Disruptor out. No, actually 2. Already 2 Disruptors and some Blink. That Stim instantly is gonna go for the Warp Prism and maybe for the Disruptors. Can he get the second one?
Whoa!
Yes, he does!
What a
so
hit.
good!
Target's
so good
down
by
both of the
Major.
Disruptors, and that is so much firepower instantly eliminated from this game, and that was a millisecond away from exploding onto that bio army.
800 milos and 300 gas.
Wow.
Just poof.
What a pickup
Like
there
this.
from Major. That is so very, very good. And now he's rejoining with the forces that he's been building on the other side of the map, and he's going to hit again. And that has really swung momentum heavily in favor of Major. Space Marine struggling with 1,000 minerals in the bank at that very point, added on a bunch of pylons and gateways. Needs to build units, otherwise he could just end up straight up dying here.
Yep. Because without the Energy Disruptor, he doesn't have that much AoE. He needs to build maybe adepts now that he has the Resonating Glaives, but at the same time, the first Liberator is coming into play again and getting 4 kills. And towards the main, that's looking really grim, but that Disruptor Ball is gonna deal so much damage. Is it gonna be enough though?
Well, another round of units gets walked in, the Immortal gets taken off, and Major does back off for now. Disruptor hit was decent. And a Widow Mine into the mineral line as well. Blinking out, Major really turning up the pressure in this mid-game. Has guaranteed himself or secured himself a 30 supply lead in all of this.
There was also a mine somewhere else. Yeah, 2 mines.
In
one
the main
in the third,
and the
one
third.
in the main. Great play.
Love the SUV placement up there.
Yeah. I wish he builds double command center at the top. Oh my god, he's forgot about it!
Another 3 probes goes down on the natural.
Target fire could have been
inside
better.
the main base.
Oh.
Another 4 go down 7. Looking at Major.
And that's a questionable move out. He's not on it. He's going to lose the Disruptor once again. And Major just showing that, in TVP at least, is a better player than a poor Space Marine. He's struggling with the multitask that the Mexican player is putting on him. There is no detection on this. If those mines burrow, it's going to be a massacre.
He's going to try and target down the Widow mines, but he can't get to them fast enough. 1 probe does go down, and so does a Stalker, damaging the second as well. And now Major pushing up towards this 4th base, looking to secure an equalizer for Team Mexico today. Takes down, or tries to take down both these pylons, turns his attention to the fight. There is a couple of disruptors, which that one's going to get a juicy back-off hit. 6 kills for that disruptor.
And still 2 mines here, no detection. The cannon is gonna finish, but it is not gonna kill both mines. And actually, both mines will hit, and 4 kills more. 53 probes against 66 SCVs. And that's the precision that you're kind of anticipating from Major. You know what? Not a single SCV too much. 66, perfect triple base saturation. Going for a 4th base now that his main is getting empty. Everything is perfect. Everything is lining up perfectly.
And holds now a 40 supply advantage and loses a bit of that into the air. And now he's steaming forward. Disruptor balls do go off, but they get decent hits. But there's still a little bit too much bio here. With no splash damage left for the Protoss army, they're tickling this bio force as the medivacs heal them instantly back up. And now that 40 supply, it was 30 before, is now a good 50. And he continues to push forward here, zoning out with his Liberators, supporting this Bioforce. And if this Nexus falls, if this location is done, then so is this game.
Yep. Perfectly well said, Apollo. That lone Disruptor might be the key, but I don't think one Disruptable, one Nova is going to be enough. No. Because look at that. It's perfect. Major is doing it so well. All these units are pretty well split. And that Disruptable is not going to get that much. He's going to get only 2 Marauders. And now, well, we know the equation. Bio against Gateball, that's not working well. Even the Cyclone wants to be in the party, getting picked up by the Medivac. Great micro for a Mexican player, loading up everything in the Medivac. And now 2 Liberators in front of your army. What is it going to take for you to type GG?
Yeah, what is it going to take? Mexico's #1 comes in with the sledgehammer to the 3rd base location of Space Marine, and this is going to be that. A perfectly played out game from Major. Got a little bit of weakness out of Space Marine, and then he finished him off. Continued different types of assaults, from harassment to plain out straight attacks. Beautiful game from Major, and Space Marine is done. GG.
GG.
Major, Major, Major.
See, once again, it's exact same situation as yesterday. Okay, Major is there, boys. Like, he has the potential to go all kill. Will he do semi-good performance like yesterday? Too late, too early to say, though.
Too early to say, but it's a good start for Mexico to see that Major, again, is playing decently like he did yesterday versus Huck, but he's got to keep that consistency throughout this battle against Denmark if they're to succeed, because looking at Team Denmark, you'd be expecting, well, I am expecting to see Bunny now, to see that Bunny versus Major clash.
I think next game is Central Protocol. If I remember correctly.
I'll check for you. I'll do some scouting out. It is Central Protocol.
Some more
China.
Some China.
China #1.
China #1.
Exciting. Thank you very much for sending your tweet. Don't know how you got on Twitter. I'm always surprised by these Chinese tweets, but thank you. Danish Mead and Pride. Well, best of luck, because you're going to need a very good player to come out next. A gin and tonic, hello. Shame I know, I'm so sad. Never mind. New Zealand is our country tomorrow. They knocked us out. We'll continue to cheer for them. Go Mexico. Vamos, Mexico. Si se puede. Yes, we can do it for the Aztec gods. Thank you for your tweet.
Vamos. Vamos, Mexico.
That's what I said.
You said vamos.
Yeah, it says vamos. V-A-M-O-S.
Yeah, vamos.
And vamos.
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 Please. Please don't do this to me.
You're French.
Yes. But I know how you pronounce vamos.
Okay, vamos.
Okay?
Vamos.
So how about we stop talking about this, right?
Who is going to be the next player? I think it's Bunny.
Central Protocol, I don't know if they send Bunny.
Yes.
Oh, you know why? You know why? Little Cannon. What did he show us yesterday?
Mech.
TVT.
Mech.
Mech. But more importantly, 2-base timing mech. Great on Central Protocol.
No.
You want to play macro game TVT? You don't send a guy on Central Protocol. So you don't send Bunny. You say
we're
Lil
about
Cannon.
to find out exactly which way this is going, Funker.
You'll be mad.
You think it's Lily Cannon?
Yes.
Or Lil Cannon, should
Lil
I say?
Cannon.
You think it's Lil Cannon?
Yes.
Yeah?
Yes.
Really?
Yes.
Really?
Yeah.
Why? Because he's going to
I
two-base
told you
all
so.
in?
Central Protocol is a bad map to play a macro game on. You want to you're already a guy that wants to do a 2-base timing push with mech. Why wouldn't you go on Central Protocol?
Okay.
No, I'm just taking the information that I have and trying to make a fair assessment.
We'll let the countdown decide.
I think I've heard the producer saying yes, and since he doesn't like me, I'm pretty sure I'm wrong. We'll see. Maybe I'm just being paranoid. I would say Lil Cannon, you would say Bunny. Let's see who's the better man. Damn! That smile. You're the better man.
Dunker.
You're the better man.
Funker Dunker. I know. I love it when you tell me that. Thank you very much, mate. We're going to go to a very quick 2-minute break to allow the two players to be set up. And when we come back, it's time for a big game between Mexico and Denmark as Bunny plays Major.
Don't go anywhere.
Hello, everybody. Welcome back to Nation Wars 3. It's the third map between Denmark and Mexico. And joining us today to do this game is, of course, Todd and the Zerg versus Zerg, but more specifically for this next match, the Terran versus Terran expert. Drogo, how you doing, buddy?
Yeah, I'm doing pretty good.
Another day casting English StarCraft?
Yeah, another day casting no Protoss. Like, as soon as there's no Protoss anymore, bam, here I am.
Every time, man. That's what we bring you in for. Todd, so far, so good games?
Yeah, been enjoying it. I watched the stream and most of all Twitch chat for a little bit, and I saw the best comments.
Yeah?
It was about you.
Oh, yeah, it
somebody
is.
said, quit flexing, Apollo. You'll always be small.
That's not very nice, is it? Not a lot of many nice comments in that Twitch chat usually, especially about me. But, you know, I like you guys no matter what you think about me. Central Protocol, map number 3. And we're excited because it's a big game now. The two best players from Denmark and Mexico go head-to-head. As up here to the north side in red, as the Terran players, of course, Bunny needs to perform better than yesterday. Did say he didn't play very well. And down here, who is it, guys?
I'm pretty sure this is the Mexican Terran player, Altaria, or Major, or Light.
Of course you would have another nickname here today.
Of course, I mean, hard to keep track of
Where
this
does
guy.
he find all these accounts? That's the real question.
Okay, let's
here.
call him Cute Angel for the rest of the
Angel.
cast.
Memory. Special. He's certainly special.
His nickname was Special?
He had special once, yes.
I kind of want to stick to Cute
Actually,
Angel.
yeah,
Cute Angel.
Even this account is listed. I love Altaria.
Yeah.
There. Who's Altaria?
It's a Pokemon.
It's a Pokemon.
Oh, of course.
You
Oh,
don't
my
know
bad.
that? It's the flying bird one in the clouds.
Yeah.
Look. This one.
It's awful.
It is awful.
It's a pretty good Pokemon.
Yeah, it is a good Pokemon. Do you play Pokemon, Drogo?
Yeah.
Oh, maybe you should. Have you played Major?
No.
He's competitive Pokemon.
I used to be in competitive Pokemon. But
Oh, you did?
Yeah, kind of. For like just a year.
Wow.
It's pretty funny.
Yeah, Major is next level though.
He
like
plays
in
a lot, man.
Intel Extreme
Yeah.
Masters Sao Paulo, he was literally like
Playing
using
Pokemon instead of
Apollo's
StarCraft.
laptop to load up the videos of like the world champs and stuff,
Yeah,
like
like,
studying them. And shit.
I don't remember its name. I think it's Mr. Jawad, something like that. Or he's like apparently the best Mexican Pokemon player. It's pretty
Really,
sick.
that's not Major?
Oh, it's not
Nah.
Major.
But anyway, we see Major taking 2 guesses in the factory pretty quickly, whereas Bunny is taking a fast expand.
Yeah, trying to expand here. So the good old aggressive Terran versus defending Terran. See many a time in previous versions of StarCraft 2. And here we are going to see another version of it today.
And Bunny is making 2 Reapers, which is gonna delay his factory by a lot. That's painful.
That's always nasty to lose the SCV build in that command center. Going to delay that by quite a while until these Reapers come out. So
Yeah, but look at this, Major, with his ECV. He wants to know if these are gonna be Marines or Reapers. So a very good play by Major. We're just gonna see the Reapers popping out.
Oh, he's gonna get another SCV perhaps. No, never mind. But good delay of this command center. Behind this, the starport's on its way now. Tech Lab finishing up on this factory. Of course, Major can get his second base very shortly, but he's about to have a lot of production facilities to throw even more at Bunny.
He's gonna have to do damage though, because he's not expanding. Like when you stay on one base like this against somebody who's expanding, you need to have a really good plan to do some kind of economic damage.
Oh yeah, absolutely. And it's gonna be Cyclone, whether that's
I'm a little bit surprised.
a good choice or not. We'll find out how much damage it can actually do in a second.
Cyclone usually is like there for defense. Maybe it shuts down those Reapers very well. Like
Maybe, yeah.
let's see.
But I don't know, like, their positions are so close. Maybe we'll be able to use the Cyclone aggressively.
Well, Reapers are going to bring down the SCV. As the Reapers get closer and closer towards this reactor, and there's a lock onto the Reapers, and that is brutal.
There you go. That's what he's for.
Rest in peace.
Yeah. Goodbye, friends. Second Cyclone as well, Todd. Medivac finishing up now as well.
So I guess he wants to be aggressive here with this Marines, Cyclones, and Medivac. Using that Reaper kind of sucks actually. He should have tried to keep
But
that.
this is a lot outside the front here. A lot of Marines supporting the Cyclone. The Medivac's just boosting behind it as well.
Yeah, it's only if, okay, the Medivac is gonna come, but
I don't think is Bunny gonna have enough.
Well, with that bunker, I think he does, but not now. He doesn't at the moment.
Oh, the Cyclone. Bunny is not here. He has a Cyclone. Where is it?
It's finishing up.
Yeah, there's even a Medivac here as well now for Major. I said he had to do damage, and I think he knows that as well. And so far,
so
looking
far,
pretty
so
good for him.
This is brilliant. The amount of damage he's got done.
Oh, the
He's going
Medivac.
to lose the Medivac. But he's killing a lot here. These 5-6 Marines still left over. And another Cyclone comes into that locks onto the Cyclone of Bunny. And down that falls. And Major, with a pretty decent advantage right now, gets into the main base, finds more SCVs. And he's actually going to be taking an SCV lead in this game.
Yeah, he's even expanding here at the same time. This is not going to stop anytime soon. And there might just not be enough here for Bunny. I think it's going to be a really quick game.
Oh, he locks onto the Cyclone of Major. And it is going to go down. And that should be the defense now. But 3 SCV difference.
That range. I can't believe Colossus got a nerf range.
But it's a hold, and it's not that bad for Bunny. I mean, he lost a lot, sure, but
yeah, it looked really bad for Bunny for a second, but in the end, his own Cyclone was able to kill Major Cyclone. And now, even though he killed 10 SCVs, I still feel like Bunny is in the lead.
I thought that Bunny was in way more trouble than he is right now. Like he came out a little bit behind in terms of workers, but army it's equal. So having taken his expansion a little bit earlier, then he had double orbital for longer. This is quite alright, but now he needs to not take any damage to the upcoming attack.
Yeah, but with these tanks, he should be fine. If this is any kind of ground
Marines
army.
are going to walk up
The
here. Tap
Liberator in
turns
the main
around,
though.
shoots
He's
into
gonna
the
set up.
Cyclone, and then backs off.
Oh, yeah.
Loses the Cyclone.
Pew, pew, pew.
All right, Drogo, off you go.
Damn.
Just 2.
Yeah, just 2. The Viking needs to deal with that. Or the Cyclone, I guess.
So pretty fun openers from both here.
Yes.
Lots of action.
And at the end of the day, it's kind of equal, maybe.
Yeah.
I feel like Bunny has his infrastructure a little bit sooner than Major. Because like, Bunny has already...
Isn't it a little bit the other way around because Stim's on the way?
Yeah, he has Steam, but he has kind of less structure. Like Bunny already has his barracks done.
Yeah.
Yeah, see?
Yeah.
There's a lot of buildings here, so that's pretty good for Bunny.
Where are you going?
Yeah.
Go home.
Back off, mate.
Wrong way.
Yeah.
So where do we go from here? I guess both players just kind of like stabilize and sit back for a little bit.
The real question now, are they gonna take the third base on the location on the right of the map?
They both fight for it. Double PF going up at the same time.
Yeah, because Major always took it there, and I wonder if he's gonna do the same in TVT. It would be pretty funny.
Yeah, so the game's going to slow down a lot now, really, as they set themselves up to be able to build their army, and they can't really do too much apart from slight load of maneuvers like this one. So,
yeah, we're both producing tanks and marines. Like, we're gonna see some dance with medivacs and tanks.
Yeah.
Major is slightly ahead, but like not by too much here. Just a couple workers more.
Yeah, because Bunny's barracks finished faster, he's starting to race up a little bit earlier in army supply too now. But it is very close. Overall, very, very close. Slight differences between them.
And we're also doing the exact same game plan, it seems like. Same production.
5 barracks, lots of units.
So This is gonna come down to control.
This could be what separates them here, is how successful this drop is, and unfortunately not that successful at all, so never mind, as a tank is enough to prevent this. But he actually drops into the SCV, so friendly fire happens from that tank.
The Cyclone, where is it?
That's easily dealt with there, to be honest.
Yeah, it didn't do much. But Bennett taking a 10 supply lead for 2 seconds.
Not bad. Really like fought his way back in this after originally expanding and starting to take a bunch of damage.
Yeah.
I thought this might end early, but Bunny just a little bit of a survivor here in this game.
So Major needs to be careful. He doesn't have combat shields. He can't really do anything aggressively. He'd get beaten up pretty badly by the tanks.
Yeah, but right now this is going to be about who's going to move out, who's going to take the better position, and it seems like Major wants to be aggressive first. Or maybe just trying to find a hole in Bunny's defense.
Counter scan from Bunny sees the army outside his base.
Yeah, but Major left quite a lot at home actually.
Bunny! Where is he? Is he going to send them? Okay, no, he's just defensively.
Oh.
Just preparing,
okay.
Drop inside the main base, actually. The Marines come back in and get rid of that tank, and for the first time, we're going to see, after this little bit of a stalemate, a breakthrough for Bunny, who finds a tank, finds a few SCVs, 5 in total, will lose his force.
Yeah, it would have been really nice to save the medivacs, but with that said, Bunny is starting to pull ahead with supply.
Yeah, she's got more units at this point now. And now he's going to move actively into the middle of the map. Combat Shield's now going to finish for Major. Army supply very close, but there is a 10 difference between the two of them in favor of Bunny.
I wonder if Bunny actually like properly wants to take a third. Yeah, he does. He starts the third CC and he's got quite a few more SCVs. Doesn't have to be that aggressive here.
These tanks get a great fire onto Major's army.
Major's on the chase though, trying to catch on those medivacs. Tanks are gonna drop further back here.
And
but Major's tank were shooting, but Bunny's still winning.
This is really good for Bunny. The first few firing shots from the tanks got a lot of damage dealt, and then he continued to deal a lot.
At first it was good for Major, but then 2 of the tanks of Major were not firing during the engagement, so...
I'm really surprised. Like, Bunny, if he wins here, by the way, like, Denmark is in such a good position.
Oh, yeah, definitely.
Jim Rising would be left for Mexico before using their revive. I think Bunny, like, I mean, he's always been a TVZ expert, so...
And Bunny's in a better shape for the longer the game goes as well, with a 3rd command center very close to finishing up. There is not one for Major at all. Go! And a massive Doom drop. A scan from Major reveals no army on the other side of the map, and he's starting to see a couple of medivacs. If he can get into position, maybe. And tanks are boosting
It's just the
back.
tanks, though.
This could backfire, though. Oh, he's dropping on top of the tank, on top of everything.
Yeah, Bunny's going for it anyway here. He's going to be able to steam. And he gets ahead. This might be just a big game here. He's got way too much. Major just can't handle this huge drop here in his main. And since there's already a couple tanks each.
Yeah, 2 tanks to 2 in the air at the moment. And that is a beautiful position. Production now being hit as 2 barracks go down. So he's now 2 barracks ahead. And even tanks dropping in. I think Bunny's going to take this. He's got a 60 supply lead. And a very close game throughout the middle of it. But this is going to go in favor of the Danish player. And what a cool game this was. GG called. Bunny, hello.
Denmark, just like that, pulls 2-1 ahead. So much for our predictions.
Yeah.
I was like, I discovered that I was the hipster, the only one predicting Denmark to win.
No, there was a few.
Okay, well.
There was you, there was Anos,
Moment.
and there was Moment.
Yeah,
3
like,
of you.
Only the true guys.
The true guys.
The 3 most clueless guys. These teams.
The 3 Terran experts chose that. Here it is, yeah, so you can see.
Looking good.
Well, there goes my prediction. There goes Yogo's prediction. There goes Imre's prediction. There goes Coco's prediction. Never mind. Todd, you're still in the running, perhaps?
Yeah. I'm feeling bad, though, for Mexico. Like, after this, I feel like Bunny's against Jim Rising might be favored.
Yeah. And yeah, oh, definitely. Definitely favored, right?
Yeah.
And it's a good confidence boost as well for Bunny, who didn't really perform that well yesterday, to come in to beat the best player of Mexico. He's already done it once. He may have to do it twice, but he can go into the next match if he does face Major again, saying, oh, you know, I beat you once, buddy. But yeah, fantastic news for Denmark. Really, really good news. That was whichever way that went was a massive, massive win.
Yeah, a big win for Bunny. It's funny, like, all these people that we overlook. Oh, we got a tweet.
Sweden checking in. So hyped for Nation Wars 3. Words can't describe how awesome you are. Love you guys. Thanks, mate. Here's another one. Vamos, Mexico. No era penal. Go cha-cha champion. Thank you very much. Viendo el torneo Super Augusto Vamos Major. Saludias Casters.
Oh, Major changed his way to light SC22.
Oh my god. Tuning in from #Germany. Will the German team play tomorrow? Question mark. Of course. Of course. I love your socks, mate. And your whiskey. Reviewing for the final exam of University of Alberta. Cool. Nice revision. Always good with a bit of Nation Wars in the background. Listening to Drogo's Terran vs. Terran expert analysis.
Obviously.
Yeah, I was talking about, you know, what a big win this is for Denmark. And again, much like Scarlett, who we didn't really know how well she was going to play, Bunny comes in and surprises because even though he's not necessarily playing that much because of his studies, he's still got it. Like bicycle, man. You get him started, he's going to play pretty well.
Just like a bicycle.
Always.
All right, I got to log in again.
So
why?
Changing server. Jumping into the next server for the next game. Sorry.
I thought we were on NA already, and we're going to be on NA now as well.
No, it's jumping between Europe and American server.
Mexicans playing on Europe?
Yep.
Okay.
Now we're on the NA server for Jim Rising. So going up against Bunny, Jim Rising capable of beating Bunny? You think this is pretty one-sided for Bunny, or?
I think Bunny is heavily favored.
The map is Dusk Towers, if that has any influence.
Yeah. I mean, Jim Rising, you know, he's been practicing in the root house. Like, he didn't really deliver so far at all in this tournament. If there is a time ever to wake up and start pulling his weight for his team, it's right now. He needs to play his absolute best game.
Yeah, he played one game yesterday, and it was just the 1-0 versus Zerg, where Scarlett was just on fire with everything she controlled. And he gets to play again now.
Yeah, that was actually a kind of sad game for him. So hoping he does better here this time around.
And it was Dust Towers.
Hey, look, it's Jim Rising. Cap.
Caparino. Ella Rotti. Kind of just hovering around.
Well, he's in good mood. He's feeling good for Netherlands.
He's scouting. Reporting back.
Just like in the club.
He didn't hear that. He gets mad when you say things like that. Jim Rising, Cham, and Major, of course, Team Mexico. Major's wingman in Nation Wars 2. I love that fact.
Just like Roddy's your wingman.
Roddy's my wingman, of course. We wing each other. We're wingmen for each other. The new Mexican generation, Cham. And Dusk Towers for Terran vs. Terran. Protoss versus Terran, Drogo.
Yeah, well, this is only for Nation Wars, so...
9%. Where are the good? Why are we not seeing Protoss win on this map in Nation Wars? What's happening?
Because Drogo didn't make the lineup.
Because Drogo didn't play. That's what it is.
Yeah, there's literally no reason.
You don't sound so happy.
Drogo loves it. He likes it, man. All right, Drogo, do the introductions.
At the top right of the map, this is the new hope, the Mexican people. This is Jim Rising.
He needs to rise today. Todd or Drogo, who's doing it?
And at the bottom left of the map, the guy that everybody thinks he's top. Anyway, this is Bunny. I brain farted here, sorry.
It was great, man.
I was gonna say, because all of you guys are like, oh, maybe Bunny is not playing that much Legacy of the Void. Maybe he forgot how to play, but...
He's playing a lot, or...?
I disagree with that notion. He's still playing on EU, he's still doing really well.
Yeah.
His result at DreamHack wasn't so good.
Yeah, he's not full-time anymore, though. That's a big change.
But a lot of really good StarCraft 2 people are still not full-time. Like, these guys, when you can perform that well while studying, you know you have real talent.
Bunny,
really? Who's very good and not full-time?
Nurture?
Yeah, Nurture.
That's just full-time, no?
No, he hasn't been for years.
I'm pretty sure he's studying, yeah.
Yeah. I don't think he's been full-time for quite a few years now. Funny enough, you know, Bunny lost to Thermal twice yesterday. Just a few days earlier, he beat him 3-0.
Yeah, that's the thing.
You know, like, he beat Symbol the same day as well, 2-0.
Yeah, he won a Go for StarCraft 2.
Yeah.
That's why he won his Symbol.
Yeah.
So I don't know, like, I still really believe that Bunny is one of the best European players. He hasn't quite performed to that level, but I still feel like he could come back anytime.
Definitely would help Denmark a lot here if you could get the win against Jim Rising. I'm guessing Major will come back out, but
yeah, you'd expect it to be so.
You never know. Jim Rising being the captain.
Well, Zergling Speed going to go down nice and early. Does Jim Rising have an aggressive strategy plan? Because he's still mining gas currently. Oh no, okay, never mind. He is going to take off just a little bit later than usual. So we'll see where he branches off from this. But no Reaper opening from Bunny.
Straight away into factory. Did Bunny even scouts? I'm not even sure.
No, I don't think he did.
Yeah.
So
this is the good old bomber opening where you open for a lot of economy, you don't scouts, and you're really strong in the mid game.
Yeah.
Third CC then, or?
Yeah, you'd expect it, right?
Yeah, like when you do this, you go all the way.
But he is on double gas though, so it would delay his third command center for a little bit.
Yeah, well, double gas, I guess we're gonna see a starports probably.
Yeah. So it could be Hellion Banshee, could be Hellion Liberator, and then third command center you'd be expecting after he messes around with a couple of units first.
Yeah, that's pretty much the plan, I think, because on this map you are really safe, opening for a really good build.
Full Zergling's going to poke up and just have a quick look, sees the starport, so he needs to start to anticipate the likelihood of a Liberator or Banshee. Or Medivac, I guess there is that branch as well, but a third gas pretty early on here from Bunny. That is going to start to ramp up his gas income. Be interesting to see what he is going to spend that on then.
With double Cryptumir on a lot of drones. So yeah, Jim Rising is going to have to defend all the pressure that's going to come.
It's a reactor on the barracks, not a tech lab. I didn't notice when I was looking at it. So double Liberators.
Double Liberators.
We've seen on this map how good it can be actually from Uthermal against Protoss back when. So if you send them both to a mineral line and there is only units, in this case Queens, to defend, it's going to be really hard. You need to have Ravagers, you need to have Spores. And I'm not sure that Jim Rising is properly going to see this coming, that he's going to be able to react properly to it.
But he did see the reactor on the barracks, right? And he saw the starport next to it, so if you see the reactor, you can kind of guess almost.
If he's really on top of his game knowledge, he can anticipate the Liberators. And honestly, Liberators, they're good, but if you have 3 Ravager already, when you just one-shot the thing,
I think it's 4 shots?
I'm pretty sure it's 3 shotting. I think it's 3.
Okay.
Pretty sure it's like we have to check the HP on the Liberator.
I always get confused because an Overlord's 4 and then I'm not sure which.
Yeah, it's 60 damage. Like a bile is 60 damage, so you just need 3.
Okay. So 3 roaches being made. So he's anticipating this, man.
Yeah, like this is pretty good from Jim Rising.
Yeah, this is good game knowledge.
But the thing is, Bunny has a really greedy opening, kind of. He's not trying to get that much done. So defending this well will not put Jim Rising in the lead by any means. It's gonna put him in a good position, but not significantly ahead. Okay, 3 Ravager right now, but they're a bit too late.
Yeah, a little slow.
That was a pretty sick timing on that Spore, by the way.
The problem is now is your Ravagers are gonna have a hard time. Well, I guess with the Spore Crawler moving. Woo!
But Bunny's saving his Ravager. He's just gonna delay a bit the mining on the main base.
Yeah, another 2 as well.
Ooh.
I'm gonna have to take this quite seriously. Third command center is gonna go down and move into position. Oh, catch a couple of
Jim
Hellions in the
Rising
middle.
can drone up easily behind this, by the way. Like he's just defended perfectly. He didn't lose a single drone to this.
Yeah, he's actually playing really well. Like good scouting, good counter to what was coming. He's in a perfect position to drone, as you've said.
But he has to be careful. Now with 4 Liberators, he can kill Overlords pretty quickly.
Yeah.
So all of his Overlords that are spread around might
What's
die.
the plan though? Does he want to play Roach Ravager?
He could hit a 1-1 timing with like Roach Ravager because this third base is pretty wide open, right? So it's pretty good to use that style. It depends. He can play for a 2-2 and higher, but 1-1's quite strong.
I don't know. I just feel I don't know if going super aggressive on the third base is that good of an idea. But definitely in the mid game, Roach Ravager. Oh man.
Oh, this is a problem though. This is actually.
But the Spore is gonna finish.
Yeah.
So.
Again, some pretty nice timing here. Losing 2 drones, sure.
We're gonna go into the natural. Is there a Spore here?
Yeah, there's 2. Whoa, nice coverage. Yeah, nice coverage.
This feels like he could have done so much more from Bunny, but didn't do as much because Jim Rising's defense was pretty good.
Jim Rising's defense is pretty good, but he's making a lot of Spores and still losing 5 drones here. So I still feel like this is kind of good for Bunny.
He's behind in workers, surprisingly enough.
Yeah.
And Bunny's got tanks now, still building Liberators. The army count's starting to rise up, though, so now I am starting to think that this does look like a Roach attack, thinking that he's defended pretty well enough to be able to overwhelm his opponent, but I don't know, man.
Yeah, I think Jim Rising might just stay on 60 drones here. Make a lot of roaches, just go for it.
Whoa. Here comes a drop, and corrosive biles come in. They do catch the medivacs, not good enough to destroy them, though.
Yeah, because the 1-1 of Jim Rising is gonna be stunned soon. So, oh, be careful with that. Kills the Liberators and get away alive.
Kill some creep. 6 overlords on the way.
Yeah.
Bit of
Jim
a bad
Rising is
supply
about
cap.
to make a huge batch of units and head across the map to try and get the win.
I'm not sure that will work, though, as Drogo said. I mean, that seemed what his plan was, but there's already Liberators on the other side of the map for defense, and also tanks, combat shields, and
There
1-1
isn't that
upgrades are
much yet, though.
completing.
Yeah. Well, like,
There's no bunker as well.
But attacking into this is dangerous.
it's dangerous, but Bunny has Liberators and tanks, but not that much
He
aside
starts
of
+2
that.
car base. What? And another base.
Oh, well.
Well, I'm pretty sure he's going to attack no matter what, and
Yeah.
then fall back. It's a transitional fourth, as Tilo would say.
Yeah, because the main base mines are pretty quick, so I think a 4th base is always a good idea, even though you try to all in.
Yeah. Oh, I smelled. Is that fondue?
Oh no, the soldier is gonna die. Oh, but it's gonna kill the Liberator for it, so not so bad. Yeah, suddenly Jim Rising is going up its supply. He has a really strong army right now. Could definitely try to do something with that.
Is he going to break this, though? I don't know. My Zerg knowledge says this is not going to be so easy to break.
Yeah.
Maybe I'm wrong, but
oh my god, there's a
look,
lot.
this looks hard.
Maybe he can avoid the tanks shots, but he doesn't know where these are.
The thing is, everything's going to be clumped, so the tanks...
Yeah,
will
with good
do it.
corrosive biles perhaps, but he won't really reach the tanks on the high ground, and he's going to fight into this no
it's
matter
gonna-
what. Corrosive biles come down to try to take the Liberators. They don't do it, and that
Oh,
is
damn.
pretty brutal
Yeah,
to see.
he really misjudged how many biles he needed, so both of the Liberators is gonna stay alive, which
Yeah.
completely shut down the attack.
And then behind this infestation pit, more units, more drones starting here for
Yeah, but
Jim Rising.
this opens such a brutal counter attack from Bunny to hit before the next move comes in, which is Infestors or Hive or whatever it is.
You say counter-attack, but Bunny got an insanely fast Ghost Academy. Like, he's really afraid of the ultra-less conditions.
Yeah.
So I think he's gonna turtle on wait for.
I think
to
he
get
can
some
hit with
Ghost.
2-2 though.
Yes, he can, but will he?
Yeah.
I mean, he has a Ghost Academy, but he keeps on popping Marines, so maybe he will actually.
He scans the main base and sees the infestation pit finished. Doesn't see any more for the Hive because it's not there yet. Because it waits and then does it.
Jim Rising getting the protection glands for infestors, but he only has 63 drones. He would like to have a bit more to go into a macro game, and he's making them right now with 9 drones in the production tab. So I don't know. This is a pretty good army from Bunny, but I've seen in Roach Ravager do wonders.
Yeah.
He doesn't have the +2 missile upgrade though. I don't know if he forgot it or if it's on purpose, but I don't think it's too good.
Alright, well, Bunny's moving across the map now. His +2 attack is finished, +2 armor is very close. And I think this is going to be very hard for Jim Rising to fight against. Again, he's going to have to rely on some epic corrosive biles.
Yeah, because Jim Rising is max, but... Oh, actually no. His army doesn't look that scary.
Well, that was easy to get rid of those. Lots of tanks at the back, though, dealing quite a bit of damage. Going to pick them up and move forward, you'd guess.
Pattern Clan finishes, but where are the infestors?
Yeah, if Jim Rising had 4 infestors and could fungal those marines,
this would be some money. Fungal here would have been really good, but now he's going to engage into siege tanks and marines that are trying to do their best to dodge the corrosive bile.
And I think we're witnessing Bunny turning this around for Denmark and putting them 3-1 up. And this is a pretty good position to be in. He finds himself on the 4th base, streaming units across the middle of the map. Ravagers are going to get beaten here as well, and there's almost nothing left in GG's call.
GG.
Well done, Bunny. 3-1 now for Denmark, and Mexico have to bring out their last player.
Poor Jim Rising, man. He wanted to take revenge for Robens diving in the World Cup.
I know. that was a funny interview. What did you think of Jim Rising's plan then? I mean, it seemed like he thought his defense against the Liberators and so on warranted that he was in a good enough position to fight.
Yeah, but I guess he did lose a few drones, and it kind of felt like maybe he wanted to go for an attack, but he was being applied so much pressure onto, and then Bunny also made so many units that he realized that it just wasn't going to work, then still kind of went for it anyway and just got crushed.
There's like 6 spore crawlers at 6 drones, and there was 5 or so more killed.
Yeah,
and
maybe less
lack of mining time and
less spores, like just 1 per base, and then like a better spread on queens, just making sure he doesn't lose any drones.
Yeah.
And then even going for this kind of attack, I don't know, like it didn't seem that scary for Bunny. Bunny's just played like a beast, to be honest.
Yeah.
He played really, really well here.
And that means that, well, hold on, more tweets. Hashtag NW3, Apollo, I love you. Hello, anticlan_MX, Major versus World.
That finger was for you.
Wale. Hello, that's a dark room. Really enjoying the stream. Go, go, neighbor. Hashtag Denmark from hashtag Sweden. Who said that compiling a program for 8+ hours isn't fun? Drogo looks like he's having fun in the middle.
His forehead was itchy.
He was thinking about all those Terran versus Terran strategies over and over and over. So it has to be major, right?
Yeah, we're gonna see another activity, so
should be, yeah.
We can wrap our heads about strategies, and for that we need to know the map.
Sure, I'm gonna tell you. It is Olreina.
Ooh, that's really aggressive
updated the maps on Liquid Pit.
Yeah, Aromi's been working hard today.
Yeah. Good job, Aromi.
Trying to redeem himself
after yesterday,
because he's been slacking pretty much.
Yeah, yeah. So I guess we're just going to wait officially. Here is Olreina, the next map for these 2 players. We're going to wait to find out who is going to be the revival for Team Mexico. From 3, Cham, Jim, Rising, or Major. Everyone's expecting it to be Major, of course, to fight against Bunny. And then, of course, there still is Lil Cannon behind Bunny. And then Denmark do have the revival.
So Major is going to have to show that he's the TVT expert, and that the last game was only just a little slump.
He's over the years been pretty good in Terran versus
Yeah,
Terran,
like
so
that's what I was gonna say. Like Major always has been better in TVT than in the over matchups.
Yeah.
I think also like the earlier game that he played against Bunny can probably be narrowed down in terms of mistakes to a very few ones here and there. Like when he was just first breaking into the natural of Major, maybe he committed too early to going into the main and trying to do like direct damage there. If he had just stuck around the natural, maybe he could have done more damage there.
Yeah, maybe kept his initial lives to come back later.
Yeah,
definitely.
Okay.
So,
it's up top.
Where's your hype today, man?
My hype?
You look
I've
tired.
been doing hype.
You look tired. Man.
I always look tired. I'm not tired though. I'm actually feeling great. I slept a long time last night. I think I slept more than I have done in the last months. I think I slept like 10 hours, which is a lot for me.
So is Paris your second home, yet your third home?
My second home technically would be Cologne.
Yeah.
We're gonna see the
maybe
player.
Paris can be my third.
All right, Major, Cham, or Jim Rising? Who is it gonna be? We're thinking a Terran here with Major.
Well, it's either a Terran or Zurich. Of course it's Major.
All right.
Ace player coming out from Mexico. Gonna have to deliver. Final thoughts before we head to a very quick break here, Drogo. Another Terran versus Terran.
We're gonna see a lot of Terran versus Terran. And that's
Todd.
great.
Well, I mean, maybe we're only going to see one game, so Bunny is going to have to be on point if he sees TVT once more, and Major hopefully can bring it back.
I'm looking forward to this one. A Terran versus Terran again around the corner. A rematch, Bunny versus Major. Quick 2-minute break, and then we'll play the game.
All right, welcome back to NationWars Season 3, where we are getting ready for the ace player of Mexico to make its appearance. It was already announced, correct? It is Major?
It is Major.
Yes.
It is
I
Major.
would have been shocked to see anything else. I temporarily took Apollo's spot. Don't worry, to that one guy that tweeted out that he hashtag loves Apollo. I was a little jealous when I saw the
You were
tweet.
jelly?
I never get a tweet hashtag I love Roddy. The other day,
You know what to do, boys and girls.
The other day I watched chat and all I see is like, why is Roddy the Euro trash shitting there? It's like, everybody's European here. Why are they picking on me? Like, we're all a bunch of Europeans. It's a European tournament. Shut up, guys.
I think we need to change servers.
All right. You can do it. Do your thing. How are you, Drogo?
I'm pretty good. I'm super hyped to see some high-level TVT.
Yeah, of course.
That's why we brought you here.
Yeah.
I mean, Protoss, like everybody knows, Roddy's got it covered, but the Terran and the Zerg, that's when we bring in Drogo.
That's where it truly shines.
Yeah,
CBZ, it's just a treat, actually.
It's the passion that just comes out, you know. Whenever he's watching a Protoss game, he's always a little critical, but whenever he's watching Zerg or Terran, he just blossoms up, man. Like, our boy is blossoming on the other side of the desk.
You know, when I cast Terran or Zerg, everything is awesome. But when I cast Protoss, all I see is mistakes.
And what do you see when you watch your own replays, Drogo?
When I watch what replays?
Your own.
Your own.
Oh, I see a lot of mistakes because that's all you
I
have
kind
to
of
see.
expect him to see I see perfection.
Yeah, I expected that also.
I was setting yourself up for it, man.
He's not there yet. Next
Yeah.
time you set him up like this, he's gonna take it. Don't worry.
Yeah,
I've got faith.
he needs like 1 or 2 tournament victories under his belt. Then I think that he can truly become the Drogo that is. You know, right now just kind of, how do you say that? Like hold within.
One day when I'm good enough, I'm gonna take the T out of Drogo. Not today.
Currently enjoying his dinner. Hashtag NationWars3.
Bunny is eating tacos.
Oh. That's pretty clever. That's clever.
I like it.
Hashtag OGamingTV. I'm not sure what it is.
Just drinking a beer.
It actually kind of looks like a sauce, like he's drinking a bottle of ketchup. It's like, wow, man. Like,
I look at the cap. I'm pretty sure on
Yeah,
top
yeah.
it's a beer.
I know.
But Le Bunny.
I've seen that picture before. That picture is awesome.
Good stuff. Really good stuff.
I mean, so far he's indeed carrying, and I'm happy to see it, guys, because I was a little bit worried about what was undisputedly the best Terran player in Europe for the last year and a half or so.
I think we're still in the wrong
Yeah,
server.
well, I mean,
that's not we.
No, I am.
Do not,
I am.
do not
I
include
am.
me in
I
this
am.
process.
I am. Sorry.
But it's good to see Bunny playing so well. Today is definitely the first day where we truly see Bunny shine in NationWars Season 3.
Finally, I was really disappointed yesterday. I was like, man, come on, Bunny. I have had so much faith into that guy. I mean, he's the Terran hope that we all deserve and we all wanted in
Deserve is a little bit of a big word.
Okay, what would you say rather?
I mean, a world where Terrans don't win sounds like a pretty good place to me.
Of course.
Okay, we're getting ready to hop into the next game that is going to be played on Yorina. Where is the game, Funka?
Can we get the invite? Are we on the wrong server
We're actually
again?
just not in the game, but it doesn't matter.
They started without us.
I
Let's start it with
mean,
us.
after you selected the wrong server 3 times, I can't blame them.
Yes.
Love you, Funka. Over here on the left top side of the arena, we're looking at the main base of our Danish Terran. He's showing us that he's still one of the best. It is Bunny. Of course, normally representing Team Liquid as well. And he's got a trophy.
and at the bottom left of the map, this is the blue Terran playing from Mexico, Cute Angel or Altair.
Or Light.
Or Light.
Or
a lot
Kitty.
of different. Yeah, he was Kitty at some point.
I like Kitty.
Okay, both players are putting for gas first. Okay, we are on Ulrena, an aggressive map. If that's something to you still need to know. It's a really aggressive map, boys. Drop distance, air distance are so close, and that's the new version of the gas first. You get the second gas rather fast after the first one in the barracks, because you want to be able to build both a factory and a Reaper at the same time. So usually you go for that kind of second gas to allow yourself to build those two things at the same time.
You know what I always enjoy? Whenever you see two Terran players do the exact same thing when the air distance is rather close, because then it truly comes down to multitasking. You know, the two Banshees will pass each other. It's like, all right, who's going to do more damage on the other side of the map? Because you got to basically pay like a lot of attention to your Banshee that you don't want to take too much damage on. But at the same time, you have to defend at home that you don't take too much damage from the Banshee of your opponent. And I feel that's where you can truly see which player excels in chaos, which one has the better multitasking.
But already we see a difference where Major is making a Marine and Benny is making a Reaper.
Yeah, it's interesting. They got the same second gas timing, so I'm just wondering why he chose the Marine instead of the Reaper first hand. But
If his Reaper is out by the time that the Reaper arrives of Bunny in the main base, he can get an extra volley or two off with his Marine, and they can basically chase down the Reaper. If it would play out like that, and Major's gonna pick up that first Reaper kill here almost immediately, I think that would be a very, very smart build order by him. Let's see. I think his Reaper is gonna be out. Let's see if Bunny's gonna commit. Like if I'm Major right now, I put my Reaper right on the edge, and then immediately as soon as the Reaper is inside, you click it below the ramp, so you get your Reaper behind your opponent's Reaper.
Yeah, that's exactly what's gonna do it.
No, he pulled it back. You should never pull back your Reaper when you have more DPS. It's an unlosable fight. There was no need for him to take that little step back. If he steps forward, he should get an extra shot off, or maybe two, and then pick up that first Reaper kill. That would have been, here it comes, Major.
Major difference, indeed. So we see a pretty big deviation from the build that we usually see, which is double Reaper, double Hellion pressure. He went into a reactor after his first Reaper and goes into a CC. So he doesn't build the starport right away. He just goes for something really defensive while building a second command center. I like the deviation from Bunny, actually.
Yeah, and I have to say I like his build a bit better right now because Major was banking a lot of gas. You know, when you build order, at some point you need to have 300 gas in the banks. I never really like it.
This is nice, though. He catches the Reaper in the middle of the map, so that's something that Mage is going to have going for himself. Bunny has absolutely zero map presence as we speak. He's going to have a very quick tank, though. We saw a couple of cool TVTs in the qualifier of NationWars Season 3 with, of course, the legendary play of the day by Natanias himself.
But Major doing kind of the same thing that he did in the last game, with an aggressive opening with a Cyclone and a Medivac.
It's going to be very hard to make this work against the tank, though, especially right now because Bunny doesn't have his command center on the low ground either. He just has to defend one spot, and I don't really see any way that Major is going to be able to do any damage as we speak. Maybe with his follow-up, the Cloak Banshees, maybe that's where things are going to matter. That's a great scan, by the way, by Bunny.
Amazing scan. Amazing scan by Bunny because he gets the second CC. Hold that thought.
No, this is bad.
Yeah, that's not going to do anything. Maybe taking up the tank, but he couldn't do it in the end. But that's the thing. Bunny has a second command center that comes so much faster than his opponent that he can go for that scan in the main base and reveals, as you said, the follow-up with the Cloak Banshee and an 8th Marine drop.
Guys, I'm super worried right now for Major. All of his units are out of position. He has absolutely nothing in the main base. He's not in a position where he can end up losing a bunch of SPs. The Banshee's taking so much damage and gets sniped. Wow, what an amazing drop here by Bunny.
Okay, Bunny was definitely having a bad day yesterday, but today, man, today.
That's
the
almost game-ending damage. Look at the supply, 50 supply against 30. More SCVs being evacuated. The tank is finally out for Major, but not before so much damage has been dealt already. No, don't shoot at the factory.
And he's gonna lose a tank too.
That's game over.
It's totally GG. 8 Marines just won the game and qualified Denmark for the next round. GG.
Voila! Congratulations, Bunny, and congratulations, Denmark. That means that we are not going to have a rematch of the World Cup where Holland did get a very deserved victory over Mexico. I'd like to clear that out, Jim Rising. But it's going to be Denmark versus Holland instead, which will allow us to get revenge of the last European Championships where we did lose against Denmark. And that's obviously a one-time thing that will never ever happen again. So, voila!
Voila!
Congratulations, Denmark. Man, Bunny showing up big time today. And that last game, I think it was awesome. It was a great drop. He really got maximum value out of it. Great focus fire, great movement with the Marines. But I think it all starts with Major on the other side of the map committing to an uphill, up-ramp attack where there's just no way he's ever going to do any damage. It's a Cyclone, it's like 2 Marines and a Medivac. Like, come on, why are you doing this? Wait until your Banshee is out. Wait until that command center is on the low ground so there are multiple locations that Bunny has to defend, right?
Yeah, no, that makes a lot more sense, but... You know, you said it. I mean, the decision making coming out of Bunny, the target fire, the counter drop, the build that he used, everything was perfect and countered perfectly everything that what Major was doing. So just in the end, I think he just showed us that his run yesterday was just not the usual Bunny that we expect, and especially in TVT, because that's the only matchup that we have info on him, and we know is definitely good in Legacy of the Void.
Yeah, so we are setting ourselves up for a great match over here, for a great deciders match between Denmark and, of course, the Netherlands. And what a shock, by the way, guys. The two nations that performed so well in NationWars Season 2, Mexico and Norway, are both out.
Yeah. That's a pretty big upset.
More tweets coming in, of course. Big shout out to everybody that has been sending in that tweet. Hashtag NW3. Don't worry, Roddy. You'll always be running through the 6 and my heart. Loving it. Sneaking a little Drake quote in there. That pose, though. That's the pose that I give people when we Netflix and chill.
Oh.
StarCraft and chill.
Yeah, StarCraft and chill.
Phoenix Micro and chill. Awesome. I'm very excited for our upcoming match, and I'm definitely impressed with the Danish team. It's a great performance. And once again, I mean, the timing was a little bit off there because we just started looking at the tweets, but Norway and Mexico both
already out
in the group stage.
It goes to say and show that a lot of stuff just changed really fast in StarCraft, and especially when you put an expansion in the middle of it. You know, like, let's throw Legacy of the Void inside and look at what is going to happen, and then you see a Snoot that has trouble. And here, we can't say Major played that bad, but in general, he got outclassed today. And for Mexico,
I mean, it's also a little bit of the format, of course, right?
Yeah.
Because like
Helps
one
a lot.
all-star performance of a single player can kind of carry the nation. So it would always be hard for certain nations to repeat that performance. That's why Norway was so impressive in Season 1 and Season 2. But it is definitely surprising, man. No Mexico. No Mexico.
No Mexico. So Mexico cannot 4-0 us in the semifinals. That's good for us. That's good for France. Major just shreked us in the live finals last season, and everybody in the venue was like, "What just happened?"
You know what's also possible is that Holland is going to play against France in the semifinals. If we get there.
And then you 4-0 us?
I don't know if a 5-0 is possible, but I can see it happen.
You're so mean.
All right, we're getting ready for our winners interview. I don't believe it's ready just yet, so just stick with us. And then we are going to hear a couple words from Bunny, Space Marine, and Lillekanen, who didn't even have to come in action today.
Yeah.
It's always good to be on a team where you just see the rest taken care of. It's like, woohoo! Won a nationwide today, not bad.
One step further,
Yeah.
I didn't have to play. Feels pretty good.
I mean, if he had... The good news for Lillekanen is, though, that he's a little bit of an underdog going into today's games, right? There's probably no matchup where Lillekanen is the favorite. So most of the time when you're the underdog, you kind of prepare 1 or 2 builds that you want to bust out once or twice. And the more people see of you, the less likely it is that those builds are going to work. So maybe for Lillekanen, it's very good that he didn't have to play in this Clan War or Nation War, that he can save it for his potential very important game against the Netherlands, where
when it matters.
Yeah, where it matters the most, where one nation will advance to the quarterfinals.
Yeah.
Can you agree with that logic, PT?
Well, like the less you show, the better it is. It's always like this.
Unless you're very good and you just win all the time.
Unless you're just amazing in every single matchup, straight up play, and you don't give a damn how many games you show.
Man, this casting order has been very unfortunate for me, by the way. No interview, no cast, and like Roddy sits down, 6-minute TVT, is like, all right, you're done, Roddy. Okay, guys. I hope I can cast a little bit of the Netherlands. I want to cheer for my boys.
You will be, don't worry. But you can still play some StarCraft. Like the amount of passion in your gaming studio. We need to talk about that.
Yeah, but I can't play StarCraft. That's my problem. No.
Why?
Because like I would need to have my own keyboard, which I don't have here, and every keyboard is French, and the layout like I don't even I know you can change it, but it's more than just the keyboards that are here in particular are not my type of keyboards.
What about the ones that are set up here? The one from Emery. Did you try it? The one that Emery is using?
And the thing is, like, I don't have my mouse. I have to install everything. It's too
much
much of an effort.
I mean, I've been laddering here a lot without my mouse or keyboard, loving mine, and it's working pretty good.
I know. Like some people are very good in that, playing in different setups, but some people just can't. And I'm one of those. I'm very nitpicky, very whiny. I know. Either way, the captain is ready, and well, and the other players as well. Let's hear from the Danish team what they have to say after advancing to the deciders match of NationWars 3.
Thank you very much, Rotti, here in the public viewing area after a bit of fondue and some bread.
Yeah.
It was nice, man.
Yeah, very nice. Thanks to Zillow, who is coming to cook this bread and cheese.
It's the first time I've ever had a meal which is dipping bread in cheese.
And you like it?
It's nice, man.
Yeah, I like it too.
I'm going to have some more after this.
Yeah.
We are here, of course, for the winners interview with Team Denmark. I think all of you guys are on the line with us. Hello?
Hello.
Hello.
Hello. Congratulations, picking up a victory. Bonnie, I want to jump straight up from you. You played very, very well today. It must be a good feeling after yesterday.
Yeah, yesterday was definitely very off, but I slept a lot better today, and I think my games were a little bit more calm. So, definitely feels good. Yesterday, I was so disappointed in myself.
It was a really good game. In general, I mean, I'm sorry, my English sucks, you know, so I will, I will be. GG's, congratulations, really. What do you think about your next match and next opponent? Do you think you can beat Netherlands, or do you think it will be difficult?
Well, it'll definitely be difficult, but I feel like I am at least playing a little bit better today, and I think we have a decent shot.
Okay.
You got some secret strategy, Space Marine. You've already picked up 2 victories in Nation Wars. You're going to get a 3rd against Netherlands, perhaps a 4th?
Well, that's hard to say because Yuthelma's just such a good player. He might do it again. But I would definitely say we are going to put on a show because we really like to show some good games.
Yeah, so far it's going well for you guys. Now getting some momentum behind you. Lil Cannon, how do you say your name? How do you say your ID properly?
You want it on the Danish way?
I want the Danish way, baby.
Oh, I'm gonna give it to you, baby. Okay, anyway, it's called Lille Kanin.
Lille Kanin.
Yeah, Lille Kanin.
Lille Kanin.
Yeah.
Okay.
You guys know what it means?
No, what does it mean?
Lille Kanin. Okay.
It means little bunny. In the
Little bunny.
Yes.
Oh, it's
funny.
Mini you. Okay. Lille Kanin. Are you going to play some mech for us later if you have the chance?
Only time will show, but I've been practicing a lot today, so I have something in my arms.
And you guys proud of what Bunny delivered today? I
Yeah,
take you are.
he is our little baby. Sleeves is called. Anyway, yeah, we're proud of his performance, so we're really happy that he killed Mexico.
You yourself and Space Marine, Bunny mentioned in the pre-game interview that you guys have been, studying, practicing, researching a little bit, ready for these games. What did you do in preparation for your group?
Can I answer that?
I studied for exams, pretty much.
Yeah, go on, Space Marine. What have you been doing?
Space Marine?
Space Marine.
Space Marine? Oh, me?
Yeah, what you said you wanted to answer it. Go.
Well, I have been practicing so much that my sleep schedule is turned upside down. I sleep at 7 in the morning, and it's kind of lucky because I meet Snoot a lot on the ladder, because Snoot actually, he fucked his sleep schedule too, because he had to play some tournament. But I play insanely amount of games, but Bunny refuses to warm up. He literally said, like, I'm not gonna ladder. Then 3 hours later, well, it's time to play. So I think it's kind of impressive that Bunny has such a mentality that he can actually perform that well.
He's a champion, man. He doesn't need no warm-up. So,
he's always warm.
A question for you guys. Obviously, Bunny competes at the highest level in StarCraft usually. He's playing in tournaments all around the world. But how much does NationWars mean for you guys? Obviously, you guys get the spotlight. You're on the big stage now, on the big stream, playing against some of the good players. What does NationWars mean for you?
Well, NationWars is, that's probably the next big thing for me. Like, I've already been in WCS. So I feel like it's a big achievement if we're going to get to France. So we would like to be there.
I mean, do you feel a little bit of nerves when you're playing in this tournament because of how much it could mean if you do manage to go through groups today, round of 8 and round of 4?
No, we don't have any nerves. We just take it calm. We take it game after game. So we have been practicing hard, so we're going to win.
And are you confident against Netherlands? Obviously a very difficult team. You Thermal, Harsum, Yona, all 3 very good players.
They are no match for us today. Trust me. Yeah, we're going to win this one.
Nice.
I mean, it's not like if we had nerves, we would build 2 robotics bay in a game with the Thermal.
Bunny, I mean, we're going to ask you some pre-game questions about the Netherlands in a little bit, but you're on form, you're playing well again today, surely feeling very confident to advance from this group, no matter how good Harsum and everyone else is. You've beaten them a lot in the past, bro. Like, you look back into Heart of the Swarm, every time Bunny wins, man. Almost every time.
Yeah, man. If I could bring myself back from 2014, this would be no problem. But yeah, I don't know. We'll see how it goes.
Does it worry you the amount of training Harsum's been doing in Korea and the different type-ish playstyle he can bring?
I don't know, man. He lost to Scarlet yesterday, I think, so I'm not too worried.
Okay. And also, any more questions?
No, any last word for your country, for your next match?
You can say it in your local lingo too.
Yeah, I think Curse has something to say.
Yeah, well, NationWars means a really much for us, especially because StarCraft isn't that big in Denmark. So I think it's really, really great that NationWars have these for all countries, because it's such a, it's the only time we actually get noticed in Denmark except for Bunny. So I just want to say thank you so much. And of course, let's not forget, there was actually one more guy that didn't get voted into Denmark, but just in memory of him, his name is Theo. He didn't get voted into the NationWars, but he's still a good player, and he should still get some exposure. He actually had some nice words to me before we played. I hope you lose. You're so bad. I know you cheated in your votings. So next time, you will get busted.
Local rivalry. Good to see. Anything you want to say in Danish?
In Danish?
I'll let you
Ja,
boys take this one.
hip for os. Og følg den danske StarCraft 2-gruppe på Facebook, så vi kan få et større dansk community. Og
Yep. Det betyder virkelig meget for os, at I er her, dreng. Så tak for, I hæpper på os.
Bonnie, you want to say something? We never ever hear you speak this language.
Yeah,
you always
yeah.
speak English, so let's hear something from you, man.
Okay. Vi er røde. Vi er fine. Okay, that's it. That's our old football song, man.
Thank you very much, guys. Best of luck in your next match. We'll talk to you again very shortly in the pre-game interview. But congratulations, and we'll see you again shortly.
See you.
Ciao. Well, that was we just got Bonnie singing on stream.
Yeah, it's funny, but you're right. We never. For me, Bunny speak is local languages is English. I always in my life I just saw this guy speak in English and speak English very well. So it was funny. And at the end, he doesn't speak Danish. He just sing.
There's a couple of people like that. I remember. In WCS, Tilo sitting next to me, and some German comes up to him and starts speaking German, and Tilo speaks German. I'm like, whoa,
what the fuck?
Whoa. Oh yeah, you are German. There's a few people like that.
Yeah, you're
Bonnie
right.
too.
No, it's
Bonnie
funny.
too. It's good to see, but we are going to go back to the respective commentary team. I know you guys are very excited for the next upcoming match. Go back to you.
Thank you very much, boys. That was quite the interview, guys. I was not exactly sure what was going on. I wasn't sure if Space Marine was kidding or not about what Theo was saying.
Yeah, originally I was like, oh my god, this is so touching. He wants to give it, and then
like it turns out like, is that
Dropped the
serious or
ball.
not? Or is that banter? Like I know banter goes pretty far these days, so maybe it was banter. Then we saw Bonnie singing, which I did really approve of. And then we heard some really classic Danish. Like, I don't speak a word of Danish, but
Do it again.
whenever I hear someone say Danska Starcraft, I was like, I'm sold. I was like, yeah, that's a pretty cool language.
Yeah.
I love NationWars, man. It's a super cool tournament.
yeah, we should ask this question of speaking in your own language every single time. I think it's a really cool feature, and we've got so many different countries represented, and they all watch probably the English stream, the mainstream, so they get to hear a little bit of their their own language on this stream. That I feel it's pretty cool.
Yeah.
Drogo,
It's insane.
You've got better things to say.
Well, yeah.
Tell me.
The next match is
Oh.
gonna be really awesome.
Uh-huh.
We have Uthermal and Hearthstone, which have to redeem themselves because the Europe Pride got a hit yesterday.
Yes.
You know, when you are a pro gamer in Europe, tell yourself you have to prove that you're better than the American. But these days, American players were bringing it up. There was like Puck at DreamHack that did really well, and now there's just Huck on Scarlet that were like easy peasy.
Even a while ago, still in Heart of the Swarm, we had Arium having a great run at Valencia.
Yeah,
back
I
then,
remember
think.
that.
I mean, I do think it's cool because it's very important, of course, that we do have Americans and Canadians performing as well. But I agree, the European pride was damaged a little. But I have a lot of confidence in my boys, Uthermal, Yona, and Harsem, that they will bring this to a good end. But it's not going to be easy, man. Bunny is still, he just showed us today, like when it comes to foreign StarCraft, he is world class.
Yeah.
Foreign world class. I'm not sure if that lines up, but you guys get where I'm going with
Of
it.
course.
So, and Space Marine is also a very good Protoss, and Lilican, and he showed already as well yesterday when he went up against Uthermal that he's a dangerous outsider,
Yes.
right? Like he has a couple of sneaky builds up his sleeves that can really catch an opponent off guard. So
I think that's a really good third player to have in the lineup in general. Like the guy that can throw
The loose
anything
cannon.
at you. Yeah, the loose cannon. Like, what is he gonna bring into the table, you know? And yeah, definitely. And he didn't show anything today, so maybe he's got some more stuff in store. But major, the new major information that we got is that Bunny is back, and that has to be a little bit frightening for Netherlands.
I don't know. It is. It is a little bit intimidating. We got a couple of minutes to think about it, us as Dutchies, and then we'll be back. So we're gonna head over to a very small, not that small, couple minutes of advertisement, and then we'll be back with the final match of Group C here of the group stage. It's going to be Danska Starcraft against Hup Holland Hup. Stay tuned.